forgot to change it from Jedi Fallen Order to just chatting.
Oh, good job.
So now we're playing
probably
Jedi Fallen Order.
Hold on, I can probably change it. I'm
I
a mod,
changed it.
right?
I changed it.
Mods can change it, right?
Alright, so you...
Oh, I got an ad, even though I'm a freaking mod.
Oh, that shit happens to me too.
Are you guys ready to see the animation?
Sure, give me a minute to finish this
New
ad
animation.
that is going on
New
for 20
animation.
freaking years.
That means I'll be 42 when it ends.
I like how my camera's
That's
still...
old.
Cargal, what am I waiting for?
I had an ad.
Are you
The stream
done with
hadn't
the ad?
started for me. Yes, the ad is over now.
It's over now.
It's all over.
SpongeBob.
Oh, that's a cute little boy.
Yeah, and it makes the bongo feet from cartoons.
And I muted, not more.
God damn it, SpongeBob.
Not half bad, honestly.
SpongeBob, me bow.
Why the fuck hasn't Mr. Krabs fired you, SpongeBob?
Welcome to the podcast.
You smell like shit.
This is Neil's really bad impersonation of a SpongeBob character.
I'm Squidward, you're Squidward, we're all Squidward.
I couldn't even tell what
I
character it
was gonna say,
was.
honestly,
Hey,
I wasn't-
yo, it's me.
I wasn't sure he was trying to be Squidward. I won't lie.
Hey, yo, it's me, Squidward, hey.
Bada bing, bada boom.
I don't like...
Hold on. Perfect.
Hey,
Squidward.
I don't like SpongeBob, I think he's a bitch.
Oh,
Basically.
I hate the Krusty Krab. SpongeBob sucks. I'm Squidward.
Yo, holy fuck, was that actually Squidward for a minute there?
That Squidward
Yeah,
in
dude.
the car.
No. Squidward
You see-
is... I'm the best clarinet player ever.
Yeah,
I'm an
Dan,
amazing artist. I
Did you
hate
not
my
hear my
own
awesome
brother.
clarinet?
Dan, you don't understand, I heard
I
him
thought it
say
sounded
clarinet.
exactly like a clarinet.
Me?
Mark gets it. Mark gets it.
Clarinet.
Clarinet. Fuck, Squidward!
Was that Mark?
In the void, no.
What is
Yes,
this
Mark.
podcast? Why
Hi,
is it
podcast
started
people.
like this?
Hi, podcast. I'm Dad.
This
You
isn't a
started it
podcast
in
anymore.
freaking.
Hi, Dan.
Carga, I legit said this time, can I start the podcast? People said, yes, you can start the podcast. So I started the podcast, and I get, I'm Squidward, bada bing, bada boom, I don't like you, get out of my face, welcome to the Krusty Krab. Like, what
Now,
is this?
hold on, Nick.
Okay.
Hold on.
I said
Is
you
that-
could start it. I didn't hear anybody else say who could start it.
Cargyle has a point. But also, Nick, hold on now. Is that not the perfect way to start a show for us? Just, okay, I'm starting. Yo, it's me, Squidward, hey!
Bada bing,
It's
bada
me.
You
boom.
know that's perfect.
I can see the pain in Biggie's face.
Nick's always in pain.
Especially on the podcast.
Yeah, but podcast night is a different time.
Podcast brings me mega pain, dude. Oh my god. I want to
The
die.
podcast gives me a life. It gives me rejuvenation.
The podcast makes me worse than I was before.
What if it's like a vampire situation where like some of the people in the group are pulling energy from other people in the group?
I think that's with Neil and I.
Alright, hold
Me
on.
and Dan are always really upbeat in these. Krog too.
Yeah.
Okay, 13 creative podcast ideas. Here we go. Q&A. Ask your listeners on social media to send in questions and randomly select a few to answer on your podcast. That's not going to
You know,
work.
we should just do an AMA at some point with the people who actually are on the stream can ask us questions.
Invite
AMA
experts.
18 plus edition.
You know what? You know what we could do if we actually did want to do something like a Q&A?
What?
Everybody here could ask one general question that everybody else has to answer.
Wallace Gamer 762 said, "Oh, stop talking big on the potty, Neil." Oh, that's
Stop
probably
talking big on the potty.
PODDY podcast.
Oh,
Oh, I know he's saying podcast, but when was I talking big? All I've done so far has been do a Squidward impression.
Neil,
Krog,
It's
are you
you.
are you wanting to join, or are you just gonna be in the chat?
Oh, it's Krog. Oh.
Hi, Krog.
Hey, Mark, what was that brain fart, by the way?
What?
That exclamation mark join. That brain fart.
Oh yeah. I thought you had to type join, but I guess it's participate.
Dude, yeah. By
Rip.
the way, I said by the way, but now I don't remember what I was gonna say.
I still
I
want
don't know, but I
stupid.
need to turn down the podcast because the podcast is just as loud as the Discord.
What the fuck is this shit?
Something,
This is
something.
the most scuffed it's been in like 6 weeks.
I know. I don't know what's happening.
Neil's here.
Okay.
Neil, wait.
What the fuck? No, I was here last week and we did fine.
Okay, yeah, but you weren't home. You were on vacation.
Hey,
Which
Mark,
means it was a little wilder because my audio was shit.
I went to Walmart today to pick up stuff for the picnic tomorrow, and I saw a baguette and was tempted to just straight up buy you a baguette and tell you that's the only thing you can eat.
Dude, you should
Oh,
have.
speaking of, I'm bringing ham salad and I'm forcing you to eat it.
Yeah,
Me?
not you.
I like ham
You're
salad.
not coming on the
Aw.
picnic, Neil. Nothing. It's not all
What
about
the-
you. The world doesn't revolve around you.
Literally, why would I be talking about you when Nick and Mark were the ones that were brought up in the picnic conversation?
Because okay. In my defense,
literally,
in my
Nick goes to
defense,
the picnic, Mark,
Oh, there we go.
you eat
Cargyle,
something,
in my defense,
and then I say yes. Also, ham salad.
In
for
the-
you to eat. Who else would?
in my defense, the conversation literally right before that, was Neil is here.
Stop fighting.
So I was responding to that.
You have no defense here.
I'm Squidward,
Hi,
bitch.
Six
I don't
Feet.
need your
We're having a good
defense.
time.
Hi.
I'm playing my bass with.
Welcome
awesome
to the
new
podcast.
strings.
I want to die.
Listen to this.
Welcome to the podcast. It's just chaotic. It's fun.
This is dope, right?
This
Listen-
isn't even a podcast anymore.
Welcome to Five Guys. I'll take your order.
I rode an airplane today.
Nice.
Did you fly to
Yeah.
Where did you go?
Dope, right?
I went here.
Did you went out to Florida?
No, I came home from Florida actually.
I'm
we
sa-
did
I'm-
that
I'm
last
saying-
week.
Neil, I hate you. Neil. I was asking where you went that you had to fly home from.
Well, yes, to answer that question, this completely new question. Yes, I did fly to Florida and I did stuff
Where?
in Florida.
Hold on. Where was the new question you were answering?
Cargo, stop. It's okay. Calm down. We don't need mom and dad to fight again, please.
Nick, if anyone here is mom and dad, it's me and you.
Well, you don't need
He's
to.
got a
order.
point.
You don't need to fight with the youngest
Can I be
child.
the stepdaughter?
Yes.
I'm the crazy cousin that hyped.
Only if Neil is your
Wait a second, that-
bro.
MTS
That
up in
depends. That depends. Who's daddy?
I'm
Okay.
If I'm the
daddy.
stepdaughter.
Obviously.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then I want to be the stepdaughter.
Fine then. Neil is your step bro, and you have to say, "What are you doing, step bro?"
Oh my goodness, it's our professor.
I plead the fifth. I don't want to be the stepbrother.
What?
I'll be. Oh, it could
Alright.
be a Full House situation where I'm like I'm like Nick's wacky brother who needs to help him raise the kids.
No.
All right. So, do we have like a wacky? Do we have something? Anything?
Well, Dan, you're one of the kids. You have to
No,
be.
no, not what I meant, bro.
Are you talking about something to talk about?
Yes.
Get wrecked. It will let you
What
in.
can we talk about? Let's think for a second, everybody.
Hevis?
Girl problems. I've had quite a few of those.
Ha!
not gonna
Can't
lie.
relate.
Non-existent. They have to be part of your life to have them.
Oh,
Dude,
oh,
same.
oh, that was a burn.
I feel that.
God,
on
you know what?
an
Me too.
existential level.
What? Were you burning me?
No,
No.
that wasn't myself.
Oh, it was a self burn. Okay, my favorite.
And I relate hardcore.
Self burns, the most
See, I
effective
set
of burns.
myself on fire and I ran into the room and cut out a couple people ablaze.
But yeah.
I've been there,
I
man.
prefer being warm over cold, so by all means, come over and light me up.
Nathan, okay, who's the youngest here? Nathan?
Probably Nathan.
I don't
Nathan,
know,
how old
is
are you?
Nathan? Oh, don't say that on
What?
stream.
Wait.
You
Hold
can't
on.
talk
Are we
about ages
talking?
on stream.
Are we talking mentally?
No, everybody
Are we
knows
talking
that's you.
mentally
It's
or
not a-
physically?
it's not
Yeah,
That's
I was gonna speak up.
It was not a question if it was mentally, because that's obviously you. Nathan, you're 17?
Sure.
What do you mean, sure?
Nick, aren't you related to this
Sure,
one? Shouldn't you know that?
You
Yeah.
think Nick knows how old
Yeah.
you are?
You underestimate how much I care. I mean, you
How- no,
overestimate.
you
You
over-
overestimate
yeah.
how much I care, because I care very little. Not about
You
Nathan.
care
I care a lot about Nathan. I just don't care how old he is.
No, you just don't care.
5 days.
Wait,
Isn't it like against TOS to talk about how old people are on stream?
why
don't know,
would it
man.
be against TOS?
If it is,
You
if
can-
it is, I would have gotten in trouble multiple times for saying how old I am.
I was gonna say, I don't know, because if you say it in chat, you can have your account permabanned from Twitch. I don't know.
That's ridiculous.
Ah, fuck!
I'm a
It's
big
a
boy,
thing,
so I
I
got
don't know.
Well, in which case, I'm definitely not 47. Definitely not.
Well, why are you saying it like that? You're not.
That's
We know
right,
you're not.
Cargyle. I'm definitely not 47.
Oh my god, I hate you so much.
The
Way to
only
keep it
area
going, man. Good
where
job.
the
Definitely not 36.
I'm starting. Nick, I'm pulling up the project and I'm starting it now. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay.
the only area where age is against
That's good.
TOS is if a member is under the age of 13. Above that, it doesn't matter.
Oh shit, we've had 13-year-olds on here.
Well,
Under the age of 13.
We've
13
had
is the
under
minimum age.
13-year-olds on here.
how do
We
I-
had a baby on last week.
Well, as long as Twitch doesn't know
literal.
who
we,
it was.
We executed the baby, so it's fine.
Oh,
Yeah, as long as we murder the guest, it's okay, right?
Exactly.
No witnesses.
Post-term abortions be like,
Oh.
It's not too late.
Oh. Oh no.
Okay, so I just, for some reason, my brain said, look up shocking things happening in the world right now. And now I'm scared.
Electricity.
Dude,
I hate
Nick, is 2020 really the like?
Okay,
Do we
No.
need more?
This is, look.
Fire.
One of the things on this list is antibiotics are
how
becoming
about
less
that?
effective.
Most of eastern Colorado is on fucking fire.
Wait.
I didn't even know
let
that.
Nick talk about
Nick
what he was
needs
trying
to speak,
say
friends.
instead of interrupting him.
All right.
Shut the fuck out. Jesus.
Nick.
Mark.
Go on, my friend.
I was just gonna say antibiotics are becoming less effective. That's one of the things on the list, and that's kind of scary.
That's to be expected, though.
It's because
But
of
it's
excessive
still
use of
scary.
the same exact.
Yeah.
It's excessive use of the exact same antibiotic over and over again. We don't
What
have
I'm
a
just saying-
variety of them.
Still scary.
It's the overprescribing by doctors, using antibiotics when you really shouldn't use antibiotics. And then we
Oh,
get these super bacterias that are.
your asshole's chafing? Here's some antibiotics. You'll be fine.
It's because usually antibiotic is just the first response to symptoms that resemble an infection, just to help try to diminish them to see if that's it before an actual blood test can come back.
Have you guys seen Dr. Stone, the anime?
I mean, yeah,
I have
that's
not.
basically science, science in a nutshell.
So, like in Dr. Stone, the whole storyline is the entire Earth, everybody on the Earth, gets frozen in basically petrified. They turn into stone.
I already love this.
They all get frozen in carbonite Han Solo style.
They all turn into stone. Everybody on the Earth. One guy who is supposedly one of the most the smartest high schoolers in Japan.
Oh, Dr. Stone. Yeah, I know that one.
Somehow unpetrifies himself. Like what? 3 or 4,000 years later, and he's still like a teenager, but he's super smart, and he like figures out the cure for the petrification, and then runs into a village of people who somehow survived, and like it's like the descendants of the people that survived 4,000 years later. And part of what he does is there's the leader of their village is sick, and to gain their trust, he makes an antibiotic to save her life.
Yeah. Wait, has the second season come out for that yet, or no?
Nope. It's
And then he gets murdered in which.
It's a really good anime, though.
Then he gets murdered for witchcraft, like all primal tribes do.
Well, he almost
Happy
gets
ending.
murdered. He like there are people who still there are people who were still like, this guy is a witch or a wizard, and
You're a wizard, Harry.
part of the things he like
You're
made
Harry.
part of the things he did to gain their trust was like make a ramen cart. He made
Yeah.
ramen and like
Made
served them ramen.
Oh, anime.
Because they kept eating. They just had fish.
Yeah, all they had was like
They had
fish.
no variety. It's like fish and leaves.
So he
or
made them
something.
ramen and cotton candy and cola. And then he made electricity and fucking just...
That was far fetched in my opinion, but
Yeah.
it worked.
It's,
So I don't.
It's a crazy anime. I really do recommend it. Because
I want the second season to come out. Also for Demon Slayer, because that one's super fucking good.
I've never actually seen Demon Slayer yet.
it's really fucking good.
Okay, then you shouldn't get me started, because I will go off. I will just.
Nezuko's waifu.
No. Yes.
Is anybody here a fan of fucking what was it? Inuyasha.
Yes.
There's a sequel to Inuyasha.
You told me about this.
There's a sequel
told
to
me about
Inuyasha
this.
coming out this year, with it's Inuyasha's daughter, and who else was it?
So
The other one, the lady.
So it's canon. Inuyasha and Kagome. Bang. Got it.
It's where is it? It's Inuyasha's daughter and Sesshomaru's daughter.
I thought Sesshomaru got killed.
I don't know, but it's literally, this is a canon series with those two's daughter.
I don't know how I feel about this. One, why are they making a sequel literally 2 decades after the original?
I don't know, but it looks kind of exciting, honestly.
I mean, Bleach, the final arc of Bleach is finally being animated and released next year.
Jesus.
After
Bleach,
8 years.
finally fucking over.
Does anybody know if One Piece is still being produced?
I'm pretty sure One Piece came to an end already.
I think I know the creator of it died.
Here, give me a second.
I think he died.
I don't know, man. One Piece fans are like piranhas, dude.
The
They just
manga
love
of
getting
One
stuff.
Piece has not ended yet, but is coming close to an end.
How many seasons has it been? Then?
Well, it has
Too many.
It has almost 1,000 episodes.
There's over 100 volumes of One Piece, and it just recently this year celebrated its 20th anniversary.
And there's there is
Jesus.
931 episodes in the anime, and that's not even like the entire manga series has not been put into an anime format yet. So there's a lot. There's a fucking lot. One Piece is the highest grossing anime in the entire world, above Naruto and Dragon Ball, which surprised me.
Huh.
It honestly surprised me because I would have expected both of those, especially since their popularity in America seems to be higher than One Piece.
Well, Naruto's popularity kind of plummeted once Boruto came out.
Yeah, I agree. I don't.
Although
know.
Dragon Ball.
Dragon
Ball's the one I would have thought would be first.
I've never actually been able to get into Dragon Ball, so.
Me either. The highest grossing anime creations of all time are, you guys could probably guess who made them, because they're movies, and they're extremely popular.
Studio Ghibli.
Studio Ghibli. Yeah.
Studio Ghibli is my childhood.
Let's see.
Beautiful. They do not
Highest
compare.
grossing anime of all time. Actually, no. Your Name is higher.
Really? Your Name?
And I hated Your Name. Your Name.
I
was
loved Your Name.
I know Your Name was beautiful, but it was not that good of a movie, in my opinion.
Okay. This is gonna get me going. Why? Like, specifically, what about Your Name did you not enjoy?
So I watched it. What are you laughing about?
I'm sorry, but if you know nothing about the anime, it just sounds like you guys are super turned on by each other's names.
Your Name is amazing. and
Your Name is so fucking beautiful, and I'm
want-
obsessed with it.
I want to actually visit the staircase from the end of Your Name.
The animation of Your Name.
Really?
No, I liked it. It's one of the most
Oh.
beautiful anime I have ever seen.
Oh yeah, especially the scenes with the asteroid in the air.
Yes, but
Beautiful.
the story was a little wonky for me.
Well, the only reason to me why these stories seemed kind of off is because it's a couple of times throughout the course of it, they seemed to have changed. And I'm talking about the movie. It seemed to have changed its rules a little bit.
Mhm.
Like, because it started off with the hard set rule of when they come back, they don't remember anything.
Mhm.
And like any evidence that they had, like when dude goes back in time and like he writes down the information and stuff, whenever it resets and he goes back into the future, she takes back over, it disappears. However, the more the movie went on, they seemed to kind of just push that out.
Yeah. And have you seen A Silent Voice?
Oh, that.
I feel
Give me
like
a second.
that was a beautiful anime, and the story was just Cargill. We watched it together at like 1 in the morning or some shit. I think it was me and you and Hannah and Chris.
I watched it with a friend.
I don't
and
remember.
it
I
was-
have not seen it.
It's I highly recommend it. It's
we
very
need
good.
to do that for a movie night then.
Yeah,
For
I feel like that movie deserves a lot more credit than Your Name, because it's a very similar art style where the movie is just gorgeous, but the story is a lot better and a lot more like it grabs your heart.
Oh my god,
so-
that one, the 3 times that I've watched it has made me cry every single
Mhm.
time, even though I know it's coming.
No, you want to talk about shit that grabs your heart? Fucking Angel Beats.
Yeah.
Grave of Fire.
Grave of the Fireflies. Oh
When
my
all of-
god.
When all of your friends love anime, but you just don't watch it,
Clan
then you
X.
just gotta sit here and let them do their thing.
You
Okay,
could
Neil,
watch it.
Neil. A good one is Demon Slayer. Just throwing that out.
So
I still haven't seen Demon Slayer just because I don't like the art style. I've heard so many good things about it and that it's got a good story. I just don't like the art style.
it's very mainstream. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
It is a
It's-
very very mainstream anime.
It's the same reason why I haven't watched God Eater, because apparently God Eater is really, really good. But I hate the art style, and I just can't force myself to sit down and watch that for a period of time.
So here is the list of highest grossing anime films, starting with Your Name. Second is Spirited Away, which is no surprise.
Woo!
Spirited Away.
Oh, absolutely not.
Third-
I have never seen it, but Chris talks highly of it.
Third is Howl's Moving Castle, which actually surprised me. I didn't expect that to be more popular than some other ones.
I expected
have
My
seen that
Neighbor
one.
Totoro to be higher.
Yeah, same. Fourth is Ponyo, which doesn't surprise me. Ponyo had fucking Liam Neeson in it, and
And that's it. That's the only reason
all
why
they
it's
need.
popular.
That's all they need. And then
Liam Neeson and her satanic obsession with ham. That's
No.
it. That's all they need.
I'm a subs only kind of person, so I wouldn't have seen the Liam Neeson version.
7 is Pokemon the first movie.
Oh, not even Pokemon 3? Disappointing.
Well, Pokemon the first movie is arguably just the best one.
The most shocking one for me is 12 is Dragon Ball Super Broly.
Really?
Yeah, that's the. It got 124,500,000.
I wanted that to be lower.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I want to go back to something for a minute.
What?
You know what I'm saying?
You right.
I want to go back to something.
What?
Okay.
I liked Pokemon 1, I really do. But I'm not trying to be like my opinion is better. But I do want to ask, have you seen Pokemon 3? Because it's really, really good.
What the
Yeah,
fuck?
It is, but when you're going of just like pure quality, the first movie is better than any of the other Pokemon movies to come out. When it comes to story, to art, to just
Pokemon 3 is awesome. Like dark, awesome, really cool story shit. But you know what? Pokemon 1 is badass too, so I will accept this.
Ash fucking dies in Pokemon 1.
Ash almost dies in Pokemon 3 and is saved by Charizard, who then fights Entei in this magnificent battle where they have to scale down from a tower, and then Entei almost kills Charizard.
Jesus Christ.
Okay.
You stop screaming.
Doesn't Ash also
Apologies.
almost die in the very first episode of the TV show?
I'm not gonna lie, in half of these movies, Ash almost dies. Like, it's kind of a common thing.
The first one is the only one that he actually legit died.
Have
and
you?
then
Sorry.
go ahead.
It was completely opposite of Pokemon. So continue what you were saying.
No, I was just gonna finish up. It's the only one where he actually died and then was brought back by the power of love.
Power of love.
2 is the worst one. There's another one where he dies and is brought back by love too. But 2 is like the worst one because in that one Ash is like a chosen one, and there's like this slow king who is like, and when all else fails, the world will turn to ash. And you think it means like the world is actually gonna be destroyed and turn to ash, but no, it's Ash Ketchum, and he's gonna save the world.
Gross.
That one's shit.
How many of you guys have seen Porco Rosso?
Yeah. I like that one a lot.
I don't know what that is.
By Studio Ghibli. Never seen Porco Rosso. Alright? Porco
like it a
Rosso
lot.
is above My Neighbor Totoro.
What?
Porco Rosso is number 32, and My Neighbor Totoro is number 48.
Doesn't make
How, dude?
How is My Neighbor Totoro not higher? Like that doesn't
Porco
make any sense.
Rosso made 58 million. All right, My Neighbor Totoro made 45 million.
Okay, that's because Totoro, everybody freaking bootlegged Totoro.
You're not wrong.
Yeah, that and the
That's the
majority.
thing. It was
Good.
way more popular, but nobody actually paid for it.
Well, the majority of people who actually watched My Neighbor Totoro watched it on the original Toonami.
Hmm.
So they kind of just watched it for free.
Yeah.
Oh, so that's makes sense.
Another
'Cause mine-
another shocking one is number 18 is Yokai Watch the movie.
What?
I didn't know Yokai Watch was ever popular.
Fucking $80
Wait.
million.
They got a movie?
I didn't know-
Nick,
know it
I
was
think you gotta look up a plot synopsis for us. Let's see what Yokai Watch the movie is about.
Oh my god. Don't even give me
The plot is the same as Yokai Watch 2, but with some changes. That's literally all it says.
I don't know what that is.
No, my favorite thing.
I watched the TV show. It is bad. It is.
Yeah,
just
literally.
bad.
It was one of those shows that tried to jump in on the hype of Digimon and Pokemon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is funny to think about just because technically Pokemon did the exact same thing to Digimon. Because Digimon came out first by a few years.
Everything has been corrected because in Japan the highest grossing film was Spirited Away. So we're good.
So I have now looked up a synopsis for the Yokai Watch movie. And it is, the evil Dame Dead Time has her minions steal Nate's watch to prevent humans and yokais from becoming friends. And that's it.
I don't care.
Here we go.
The villain's name is Dame Dead Time. How do you... Why don't you just name your villain Evil McEvil Pants if you're gonna go that far?
Isn't the villain of Glitter Force No?
Yep.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. There's an anime
It's
called Glitter Force.
Isn't it a clown too? It's like a clown named No.
Yes.
Look, with the name Glitter Force, it better fucking be the best thing ever.
It's not. It's absolute
It's
hot garbage.
so bad.
It's fun.
What was that? What was that like magical girl anime where it wasn't even girls? It was just a bunch of dudes.
I don't know.
Silver Spoon.
Yes, fucking Silver Spoon. It's a magical girl anime like that stereotypical style of like Sailor Moon and stuff where like you would have these
Silver Spoon.
or not Silver Spoon. I don't know the name of it.
Cargo
but-
just fucking juked you. Cargo was,
Yeah, he did.
Cargo said
Legit
the name
did.
of some random farmer anime.
No, let me look up the actual name of it. But basically, the entire thing about it is it's that stereotypical magical girl anime where with like the transformation scenes and everything, except it's not girls, it's a bunch of dudes.
Why does that not surprise me that that's the thing?
I'm down for it.
I'm okay with
those
this.
So,
Of course you're down for it.
have you guys seen the? I don't remember which one is it, but it's a magical girl anime that just gets really, really fucking dark. Like, extremely dark. I don't remember what it is though. Okay, let me look it up.
Clap.
Stop. That works.
Cute High Earth Defense Club.
What?
Cute
Hold on.
High Earth Defense Club.
I fucking love the animation with freaking minute-long titles. You're just sitting there saying it, and then like 20 seconds later, you're like finally saying the last word, and your friends have tuned you out, and they're just like, "Sorry, what were you talking about?"
No, I mean,
I'm talking about the
I
show.
was-
It's blah, blah, blah.
I was binge watching this kind of crappy anime last night that's literally called The Akashic Records of the Bastard Magic Instructor.
I love it. I love it so much.
Like, that's what I was watching when you started snapping me last night about the Mr. Bean.
He snapped me about Mr. Bean too. That
Can we
dude-
talk about Mr. Bean? I know that one.
No. Okay, hold on. It was this dude. Okay, I'm not gonna go into much, but Nick was like, "Oh, look, he looks like Mr. Bean," but also this, and I was like, "Dude, I fucking hate you, but you're so accurate."
And then you got the Gringotts Goblin who's like leading the whole thing.
That was awful.
Look, there's gonna be that one person who knows what we're talking about, and they're just gonna go, "There's no way that they watch that."
Dude,
Okay.
I
I'm
got
gonna
so mad
explain
when
to
Nick
you,
was telling me about that
why
too.
you should watch Demon Slayer anyway. The CGI is masterful, and you cannot get any better.
You know what I want to talk about?
Have you seen Owari no Seraph?
I don't believe I have, no.
Master
guys feel about-
CGI.
How?
Gantz Zero on Netflix.
Gons! Yes!
I
was
can
like, I don't
talk
know how to
about
pronounce
that.
it, but
I don't have
holy
Netflix.
sh- I haven't seen it yet,
Seen
but I've
what?
seen snippets. Gauntlet Zero on Netflix. Holy fucking shit! That movie looks so fucking dope. I haven't seen it, but I've seen clips, and I'm just like, I need to watch that.
I remember there was this really cheesy racing movie that my friend and I watched. I can never remember the name, but at the very end, it was just so confusing.
Was it Speed Racer?
I believe it was that, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a
Speed Racer is so weird, man.
We're gonna run around and we're gonna go around that corner and oh!
Oh!
So
I remember like one singular part from the movie, and it was at the very end where the car apparently turns into a spaceship, and they go off and fly into the outer space.
That
And
sounds like
That-
Speed Racer.
I am
That
so-
movie.
I'm
That
so
my
impressed by that.
my opinions on that movie are quite literally bipolar. On some days, I hate that movie and think it's a mess. On other days, I adore that movie and think it's brilliant. And then there are days where I do actually just sit there and go, is this a good movie, or is it a bad movie, or is it a so bad it's good movie? I don't know what the movie is, and I failed this movie.
So
I
bad
failed
at
it.
movie?
I-
Velocipaster.
I don't know if it is.
I love Velocipaster.
No, there's a movie that's literally called. There's a movie that's literally called "The Guy Who Killed Hitler and Then Killed Bigfoot."
Okay, I looked something
In the
up.
same week.
So I looked up the anime with the longest title in the entire world. Are you ready
fun.
for this?
Oh,
The,
boy.
the title of the anime is "The Story in Which I Was Kidnapped by a Young Lady's School to Be a Sample of the Common People." What the fuck does
I
that
don't
even
know
mean?
why I know about that one, but I do. I think
What if-
Skylar told me about that.
Why does that sound like like one of those modern creepypasta titles? Like,
I feel that. Yeah, that's
I work-
exactly what it
like
sounds
I went out walking at 3 a.m. in the Appalachian Mountains and saw something I never wanted to see.
Okay.
You know what needs to happen now? We need to top it. We need to make an anime that's even longer.
Alright, so this is gonna be kind of weird, but I thought this is kind of a strange thing. I watched this guy on YouTube who's called the Anime Man. I don't know if you guys have ever seen him.
Yeah.
Anime
Uh,
Mayhem.
I like him a lot. But he did this thing where he found the worst rated hentai ever, right?
Oh.
I'm not-
Boku no
Here we
No,
go.
I'm not gonna go super into it. But basically, a very small synopsis of it.
If you are, I'm going to be fine with it.
A very small synopsis.
As long as it's not Boku no Pico, we're fine.
No, it's not.
Well, if Dan approves.
A very
I've heard so much talk about that. It does not phase me anymore, okay?
I
It just does not.
I got paid $50 to sit and watch all 3 episodes of it in one sitting.
I got paid 100.
It's
It was
You-
so worth it.
You lucky
$100.
bitch.
Yo, you guys are getting paid to watch hentai? Can I get in on
It's not
this?
hentai.
It was a bet, and it was so worth it.
It's
It's
Boku
an
no
art-
Pico. You don't want to watch that.
So
I mean, it's
Yo,
not
dude,
bad.
I'll watch it. Give me money.
It's uncomfortable, but it's not like.
I mean,
It's child
I didn't
porn.
like it. I didn't like it.
Oh, wait, maybe I don't want to watch
I
it.
got
then.
$100.
don't
So
watch
I'm
it.
fine.
So this H word.
H word.
Basically, it looks like it was drawn by 12 different people because in every single scene, the hair shape, the face shape, the body shape of the characters are completely different. And a very short synopsis. Somebody kills themselves on top of a high school, right?
Yeah.
They just jump off the
Always a
high
good
school.
way to start off something like
Great
As one
hentai.
does.
And then, so basically, she tells her friends the end of the world is coming, and then kills herself.
that.
As one does.
That just sounds like the beginning to a horror anime.
Then,
Insert 11 eyes.
one of her friends decides to go on a R-word rampage.
What?
Okay.
And at the end of the anime, at the end of it, Mark!
Sorry. Give me,
Nick, this music is appropriate for what
No,
you're
it's not.
talking about.
At the end, the main guy saves one of the girls. And do you know how they celebrate?
An orgy.
Sex.
By
I'm gonna
having
say
sex.
Fuck in the alleyway.
He saves her from being raped. And they decide to have sex.
As you do.
As one does, because that's totally the healthy response.
And that is the
Yeah.
worst rated hentai ever.
I wonder why.
Can,
I was
can I
about to say, I wonder fucking why.
Can I tell you
how
guys?
I got these scars?
My father was a hentai.
My father
My father
wasn't a hentai.
was a hentai.
And the tentacles came in, and I didn't know what to do when I caught them.
I may be a child of Cthulhu, but one will never know.
Okay, so do you guys want to hear about
Better than ever.
a little story that reminded me of?
Yes.
No.
So, But listen, early into me and my friend Skylar's friendship, he discovered that I wasn't super into anime. So he decided, hey, look, you were really receptive when I got you into metal music. How about we just spend a day together and we'll watch anime? And I was like, yeah.
Good.
My parents aren't going to be home or anything. We can just spend the whole day watching as bloody anime as you want. So I didn't have Netflix at the time, so we just used On Demand. And the free one was called Girls Bravo.
Oh,
And it turned out to be a hentai.
No, Girls Bravo is not a hentai. It's just a hardcore ecchi. And no, I would not recommend anyone ever.
Well, me and him just sat there and watched like 10 episodes of this thing because we didn't know. And every time they got naked, we just sort of like exchanged glances like, what do we do?
How would you get past the first episode and not know with the scene where he falls?
Now here's the thing: we had to skip the first episode because for whatever the reason they didn't have the first episode. So we instead went in at the second, where he's got this girl that is like following him around, and every time he like gets turned on, his nose bleeds.
Okay, well, basically to give a synopsis of like the way it works is the main dude is absolutely horrified of women. Like
he gets a rash.
He has a straight up fucking breakdown around women. And then in the first episode he goes through and he's trying to go into the bathroom and falls through this portal into this alternate dimension, and he falls straight into this girl's bathtub and doesn't have a response. And it turns out this alternate universe is a universe in which all the men died off. And they survive by just cloning the women over and over.
Sorry about that, guys.
This is synopsized in the second episode, so I did get that information. We knew the lore, you see, going into this vast story. So it just keeps going, and then like the third episode is like, there's this snooty rich guy. And they get in a bet where it's like, oh, let's see who can clean a room faster. And if I win, you have to get naked and massage me with your body. But if you win, I guess I'll say that you're cool.
What?
And that's just another moment when me and like Skylar exchanged a look like, how do we assess this? How do we deal with this?
Snooty rich guy is allergic to men in the same way the main character is allergic to women. He gets the same exact rash.
So you Krog just explained that this is an ecchi anime, right?
Yes.
Neil, do you know what yaoi is?
No. What?
Yaoi.
Oh, what?
Is it bad that
Yaoi?
I know, but...
Wait a minute, Skylar told me about this. You get the fuck away from me.
So
I'm
you guys,
a fruit. I enjoy yaoi.
I was about to say, do I know about this, but Neil doesn't?
Yaoi.
No, Skylar explained it to me long ago when I was
Yaoi-
very confused about some things.
you know how Japan has maid cafes, right?
Yeah.
Don't tell me.
They also have butler cafes, which isn't yaoi, right? But it's basically it's geared towards like maid cafes are geared towards men because they like put cute girls in maid outfits and they serve you. Butler cafes, they put cute guys in butler outfits and they serve you. But in Akihabara, which is the weeb central of Japan, right? They have a yaoi cafe. Where these men are
Looks like
hired.
I know where I'm going.
These men are hired to act very, very sexually. They literally have skits set out where they like put Pocky in each other's mouths and get really close to kissing, but don't. They reach up each other's
Oh, that's
shirts.
yaoi?
Well, it's not even really sexual. What yaoi
Oh,
is?
okay. Skylar told me something else then.
What yaoi is pretty much gay relationships.
Yes.
And
Oh,
like,
okay, that's fine. Skylar told me it was something else that I'm just
No.
not gonna bring up on stream.
Yaoi is a guy-on-guy relationship, and Yuri is a girl-on-girl relationship. It's literally
Actually,
yaoi
I
is
think it
gay,
was.
Yuri is lesbian.
I think it was Lily who gave me the wrong definition, which makes sense because Lily is always fucking with me.
Well, both yaoi and ecchi are generally sexualized by most of the
Yaoi,
population.
Yaoi and Yuri just
yeah.
have that. It's because it's taboo, and it's naturally seen as a more sexualized thing
Yeah.
because they don't have the same mentality that a lot of Americans have, that gay dudes can be in a relationship and it's not all about sex.
Yeah.
They kind of fetishize it.
I think the most interesting thing about the cafe is that they did an interview in this video with the workers, and most of them are straight.
Yep, but they pay very well.
Yeah, and they just
It's
don't.
good work.
They don't give a fuck.
I figured out where I'm getting a job now.
Look up Aki Dearest. I went to a yaoi cafe and watched it. It's a very, very interesting video.
Oh, it was an Aki Dearest video?
Yes, I love Aki, dude.
So do I!
Guys, let's
What?
open a yaoi cafe.
Let's do it.
No.
I
Oh!
will be the primary server.
I would work there.
Come on,
100%.
we could do it.
Cargyle and Krog.
In
can
3
get
years,
together.
Neil. In 3 years.
Say what you want. That's just gonna be bonding. That's gonna be male bonding.
We'll see. If male
3
bonding,
years. Give it 3 years.
I have.
it's male bonding, except for me, it would just be one giant tease.
As far as I'm concerned, hey, look, $20, I'll absolutely put a stick of Pocky in Nick's mouth.
Cargyle is
I
like.
would take that stick of Pocky out of Nick's mouth and also kiss him at the same time, because Nick and I have kissed before.
Yeah, me and
Neil-
Cargyle have kissed, and I'm not afraid to say it.
Neil, how much would it cost you, or, like cost me, to get you to do the classic, like, you stick one end of a Pocky stick in your mouth, I stick the other, and we both chew on it towards the middle until we kiss.
That's what they
I'm
do.
not your whore, Krog.
That's what they do at the
Probably about $10, dude.
Swallow it whole.
Just $10.
It's actually very interesting because they
Shit,
have
where's my wallet?
they have these skits planned out, and they're very good at acting them. Like it's a full on like back and forth, almost like a play. Whereas like the butler cafes and the maid cafes, they do. The maid cafe one I watched, they like put cat ears on everybody, and the way you had to get the server's attention was to go nyan nyan, and I was like, stop it!
I know
Stop!
I'm frequenting
You have
when I'm
violated the law!
working at the Yaoi Cafe.
This is cringe. Please stop it.
Like, I'm just saying, it sounds like the maid cafe is kind of like a chore, but it sounds like the Yaoi cafe is just walking in and watching everybody having a good time.
And the butler cafe, you walk in and they literally treat you like royalty. And like on your birthday, you can be like, how many people do I have coming to my birthday party? And they'll be like, oh, 725. And you'll be like, oh,
So
are there any famous guests? And they'll be like, oh yes, Beyonce's coming. And you're like, ooh, Beyonce.
So what you're saying is, A, I could have a bunch of kitty girls meow at me, and I had to meow at them to get my damn food.
Yes.
Or B, I have the option of being treated like a fucking royal man with 20 servants.
Exactly.
All of the men, all of them want to die for me. Or a bunch of people cuddling and just having a great time.
Oh, hold
I
on.
vote Yaoi.
The choice
I
is
think-
easy.
I think you're
I vote
phrasing
Yaoi.
it wrong.
What
You
kind
keep
of-
saying you
zoned
guys
out.
keep saying that you have to meow at them to get their attention. I think you're phrasing it wrong. I think it's more you get.
Argyle.
Yeah, you get so graciously blessed with the
Oh,
opportunity.
of course. You are given this opportunity by the gods themselves
Privilege.
to look at a maid lady in ears and go yow yow.
Okay.
And that's it.
The whole thing is though, they only hire. It's basically like the Rockettes where they only hire certain types of women. They only hire women that are cute enough to work in the maid cafe. So.
Well, that kind of makes sense, you know? Like,
So they hire all women.
Cargill's like,
Sim-
I want to wear a
Sim-
maid outfit. And
No, it's basically like the Hooters rule of your chest must be X big in order to get hired.
except
I'm
that
just
it-
saying, if I'm going into this maid restaurant,
Put 'em in.
if I'm going into this maid restaurant, I'm gonna enjoy it either way, no matter who the people are. But I could see some people going, "Sir, I would like a refund. This woman isn't ripe."
I came here to see the bustiest of cat girls, and this woman looks like a child. I want
Did
my
you
money
water
back.
her while planting? You fool!
Here's a hot
I hate this. I legitimately hate this.
Okay.
I was enjoying it, but now this is just pure cringe.
Everybody knows.
It wasn't cringy before?
Out of the yaoi, out of the butler, out of the
No.
maid
Damn.
cafe, the
Damn.
best place to work would be the robot cafe.
I can only take so
Robot
much,
Cafe.
Neil.
Damn!
You've pushed me over the edge.
Damn! The podcast started with, "Hey, I'm Squidward." Where else was it gonna go, Dan?
Hey,
Where else?
Bada bing, bada boom.
I don't
welcome.
know. Like,
Everyone knows-
left,
everyone knows the
left,
best
right,
Pinboy
up,
Hooters.
down. I don't give a fuck.
Dan, run. It doesn't get better from here.
Everyone know that
I don't want
Pinboy
it.
Hooters and Tomboy Outback are the best places to go.
So what was this about, a robot
Outback
cafe,
is
though?
awesome.
They have like, it's very like they're not really cafes. They're like whole ass restaurants. It's basically. You've been to medieval times, right?
Oh, of course.
It's kind of like that, but with fucking robot battles.
I'm so
That's better. That's
Can you
better.
go back to what Frog said?
What did Krog say? The thing about the Yowie?
No, that wasn't it.
You talking about Finboy Hooters and Tomboy Outback?
I thought that's what you said.
Tomboy
I just wanted
Outback. I would
clarification.
I would eat a Tomboy Outback.
Dude, have you guys?
I want to open a Finboy Hooters.
Have you seen
Is
Goth?
Tom
Have you seen Goth Hooters?
No, I have not. But
Goth Hooters?
That's not
Oh
IHOP.
my
Not
fucking
IHOP.
god! Goth IHOP. That's it. It's basically Hooters, but IHOP.
Yeah.
I'm googling it.
And
God,
they're
IHOP.
No, I would.
Sign me the
No,
fuck up, my
I have.
man.
Look, I flat out will say this. I do have a preference for men, but I will go full on straight for a big titted goth girl.
Hold up,
I will give up men for the rest of my life if it means
Oh.
getting a big titted goth girl.
Here,
A
hold on.
great sacrifice indeed.
I'm not gonna show you on stream, on stream, but I am sending it in fucking streamer text. This is.
Oh, I googled it. I'm in the world now.
It's a
I'm
famous.
experiencing the lore.
It got popular on TikTok. This girl did because she works at this place. But let me fucking.
I need to find the location of this place.
Hold up. I'm about to send.
Oh, we'll find it.
Let me
No,
send a
okay,
picture.
no. What's that show that scene of? Oh, It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. That's disgusting. Where is it?
Exactly. Hold up. Now I gotta find a picture. Keep talking. Jesus, don't go quiet. I know you're.
Don't
all,
tell me what to do, bitch!
You're all waiting in anticipation for the picture.
I was
but-
gonna-
I
Yes,
am
we are.
experiencing the magical world of goth IHOP, and you're ruining that for me.
I'm just too intently focused.
This
on
isn't about the
waiting
podcast
for
anymore.
God IHOP.
I am
This
too. Like,
isn't
I am
about the
sitting
podcast
here-
anymore.
I'm sitting here with streamer text open, staring.
Same.
What?
Like I'm staring at
I'm
Patchwork
waiting.
Kermit, waiting for it to update into Goth IHOP.
Patchwork Kermit.
Buddy.
Okay, it's saved in Siege.
Just to explain that to the Skype chat, I got a Kermit statue and I showed everybody, and he clearly has a skin condition because part of his body is patchwork.
I think that's it.
So
boys.
I would just like to say, I'm
There you go,
saying it now,
homies.
but holy
Oh God!
Oh gosh.
I
Was
think
that
my
a-
heart. I think my heart just
What
stopped.
just happened?
Look at streamer text.
I don't
All
have.
right, guys.
I don't have a pulse anymore.
Guys, I know it's difficult, but analyze the background. That will help us track this place down.
You really want to
No,
go to that?
look for at Chrissy SCX. We will find that. We will like reverse find this location.
Goth IHOP, you want a sponsorship? Just tell us where you are.
No.
Okay, I found
You'll
her
get it.
TikTok. I found her
Okay,
TikTok.
I
All right,
don't-
I'm on her TikTok right now. Let's see if I can figure
I'm just
this
saying,
out.
whoever started this restaurant is a fucking
My
genius.
God.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right, no.
my
Okay, if you go to her TikTok, there's certain scenes that are outside. Somebody get to like Google Maps.
Guys,
We just do the next episode of the podcast at Goth IHOP.
Yeah, the next episode will be in Goth IHOP.
It's a collective field trip. We all went.
Get on Microsoft Flight Simulator. Track it down.
Hold up.
Hello and welcome to the Retarf Podcast. We are here at Goth IHOP.
Dude, if we ever go on a road trip, we stop at Goth IHOP and we do a stream.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
I will be more than happy to join in.
Hold up.
She has a huge.
Now, here, guys,
videos.
here's the issue. How are we gonna leave after we go to Goth IHOP?
We don't.
Like, I think we got to do it on the way home from the road trip because if not, there is no road trip.
No, we're gonna go on this road trip. We're gonna get there. We're gonna do the stream in Goth IHOP, and then everybody's gonna go to leave. And about 15 miles down the road, somebody's gonna wait. Where's Krog?
Dude,
You know what actually is gonna happen? We're gonna walk out, Dan.
But with me instead.
No, yeah,
Guys.
Cargyle, both me and you just stay, and everyone else leaves, not even realizing that we.
You know what? That's what's gonna happen. But then, as we're walking out the door, we're gonna hear a voice. And it's gonna be you, Cargyle, and Krog, and it's gonna be, "Hey, boys, we'll turn around, you're in the outfits, and your hair's blacked out. You're holding Goth IHOP shirts and go, why would you leave when you're already home? And then you throw us Goth IHOP shirts, and we're part of the gang."
Alright, is this? Oh my! Please.
So,
don't.
It's in Texas. I found
It's in
it.
Texas. You found
Well,
It. She works in Bombshells restaurants and bars in Katy, Texas.
Are we?
Cargyle, before you even ask,
Yes.
yes, we're doing this.
Are we?
Yes,
doing this.
we are doing
We
this.
should
Skylar
probably
wants
not
to come.
talk about this-
3 years.
We should probably not talk about this on stream.
Why?
Why? We're just
I
going. to
want
Goth IHOP.
more people
It's
to
just
come,
a
Talk
joke.
about
Cargyle.
someone's location and
Huh?
workplace.
No, we're not talking about this
Why?
specific person. It doesn't fucking matter who this specific person is.
We found
What
a
matters-
Goth IHOP.
Cargyle, it's a
What
joke.
matters is going to Goth IHOP.
It's a restaurant that works.
By the way, it's in Houston.
Here,
Cargyle.
I'll be-
Guys, we doing this?
Because I really don't care about that one person. All I care about is the Goth IHOP itself.
Krog!
Okay. I'm glad nobody brought it up earlier, but I'm bringing it up now because I think it's funny. Earlier when we were talking about anime, Neil said something about, I never got into anime, but I got into metal music, and I was like, well, that's because metal music is good.
Someone.
I
kicked
mean,
that
I
out.
didn't say that.
Hey, I like anime too, I just don't know a lot about it because I'm a noob instead of a weeb.
The thing is about
Not a week.
because I know you were like we shouldn't talk about this. I don't because she puts her her workplace out there on TikTok. I'm pretty sure she doesn't care. I'm pretty sure that's the point of her putting it out there on TikTok is to get people to
Yeah, advertising.
business at the
And
restaurant.
and also, Chris was able to find this in like Nick was able to find this in like 2 minutes. Anyone else could do.
You literally just have to look up her username. Where does she work?
Well, there you go. That's not your fault, buddy. Anyways, Cargyle, to like sort of play off what you said, I get being the noob to stuff. Like I really am not good with anime at all, but I've finally sort of reached that point with like Broadway musicals where I can talk to people about them.
Good.
I'm not there with anime though.
It's in Katy, Texas.
Okay.
You know, I
Now,
think we brought it up last episode, but literally the entire plane ride home, I was just sitting there, and because of you guys, I was like, damn, I want to watch Shrek the Musical right now.
Shrek the Musical is good. Here's my thing, though. The person who did this thing
Found
it's fucking... He went a little too far. He's got, like, age, gender, height, weight, name.
Nope, I have the exact
Blood
address.
type,
I have the exact
social
address.
security number.
No, of
Date
the
of birth.
Bombshells. It's a bar and grill. I have the exact address. I have found its location.
It's like she's of Chinese and Mexican descent. Like, who cares? She's a Christian. She's a Christian. Who cares?
You're creepy.
Stop it. You're being weird.
I will say Bombshells is two buildings down from a place called BJ's Restaurant.
Okay.
Okay, we gotta make 2 stops.
We gotta go to BJ's.
And if we happen to pass me and Dan's favorite Chinese restaurant, Taste of Wangs, we gotta go there too.
No, literally, on this road is a place called Nuke's Eatery. Shogun, right? Nuke's is next to Shogun,
Makes sense.
which is next to Longhorn. Then you cross the street and you get BJ's. Uncle Julio's Mexican from scratch. And then Bombshells.
It sounds like we just gotta go
But-
to this general area.
It's like telling a little story. News, bombshells,
What?
No, I love that.
longhorns.
You got Nukes on one side, Bombshells on the other, and in between you've got Shogun,
What?
Longhorn, BJ's, and Uncle
I know.
Julio.
We looked it up. Okay.
Guys, I love this idea, but I think it's time to move on.
I'm looking
It's
up.
never time.
I just looked up weird news because I mean. What?
You know what? Today on Florida Man.
Florida man.
Okay, woman left without a forehead when her knee slammed into her face in a car crash.
What?
She lost her
What?
forehead. Oh! Let's look this up. Let's read this.
I really fucking hope she finds it.
Doctors had to remove this lady's forehead, and she says, looked a little strange. She's from Ireland. Laois. How do you pronounce that, Krog? Laois in Ireland.
Give me a second.
Laois?
L-A-L-A-O-I-S.
It's in
Give,
Ireland.
give me a second. It's in Irish. Oh, it's Loyas.
Loyas.
Oh yes, of course.
The
Go there
original
every
word.
weekend.
Okay, the original word is loyish, or it can also be pronounced leash.
Loyish.
The original
Oh my
Irish is
God.
loyish. It's the translation to English is leash.
So, oh God. So you know that thing that people do when they put their feet on the dashboard?
Yeah.
Yes.
She was doing that in her Jeep, and they got in a wreck, and the airbags inflated, and her knees slammed into her forehead.
Oh, did it
Hey,
like cave
doesn't
in?
that sound familiar, Nick?
Yeah. Don't come at me, Mark. I ride in a car like that. I don't want to lose my
So is she-
forehead.
So is she okay?
I mean,
Did
she's-
she live or is she
lived,
dead?
but she lost her forehead.
Oh, hey, Nick.
Yeah.
Nathan's in the waiting room.
He said his internet goes out soon, so he doesn't want to rejoin.
Oh, okay.
Florida woman attacked boyfriend after he refused sex.
Refused sex. It's like the girl who
Good on him.
who forced what was it? Woman forcibly has sex with boyfriend at machete point. That was one of
Yep.
the articles about it. Husband
Florida man accused of shooting victim who placed a voodoo curse on him.
Husband surprises wife with €1,600 12-foot T-Rex in place of gnome she asked for.
Wow, guys, look at this one. Tourist in Florida refuses orgy and looks for someone named Frankie Mermaid. Wonder who that guy is.
It's Frankie.
Mom charges.
Where's G-string queen?
Mom charges €20 to rate men's privates, and she gives very honest feedback.
Now I'm kind of curious.
I want this review.
Ew!
I want to know
Woman snogs her dad live on air to win €550, leaving presenters disturbed. Ew!
What's snog?
Kissing. She
Making
made
out.
out with her dad.
Oh. What the fuck is snog? Like, what the... What?
It's the term for making out in the UK.
English.
Makes sense. It's the English. It's all weird.
I mean,
If you've ever read
What?
Harry Potter.
Wife bites off husband's penis after he refuses to get a rat out of bedroom.
Yep.
There we go.
no, now that's just that. Stop.
Florida man accused of groping Disney princess at Magic Kingdom.
Yeah, that sounds like something that would happen.
Especially Florida man.
No, literally, all I did was type in today on Florida man.
Today on Florida Man.
Naked Florida man arrested after beating a peeping Tom to death.
You know,
Okay, dude.
I was going to try to justify his behavior, but there's nothing to justify.
So,
No, like the naked man was not the peeping Tom. The naked man beat the peeping Tom to death.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
okay, so have you guys noticed this weird trend where catching sociopaths is like the new Red Scare? It's like after the whole well, who was it? The guy that did that whole documentary about why Jake Paul is a sociopath. Very famous on YouTube. Well, not anymore. He got canceled. Fuck, what's his name?
Cancel Jake Paul.
No, what's his name? He got like it was a bunch of
Leafy.
No. Who? Jesus. He did a Tana Mongeau thing too. Somebody help me out here.
I really don't know what you're talking about.
I don't
You're
watch
referring
any
to
of those
Shane
drama
Dawson.
channels.
What?
Is it
You're
Shane
referring to
Dawson?
Shane Dawson.
Shane Dawson.
No, Shane Dawson got canceled because he did blackface.
Well, there were several reasons. There were a lot of things about pedophilia in his shit.
And his cat.
But I've noticed a weird trend where people are like, oh, he like this. People refusing to wear masks are likely to be sociopaths. Study says. Like, so being a sociopath is the new fucking Red Scare. Your neighbor could be a sociopath, and you would never know.
No, I'm really tempted.
Sociopathy is not that rare.
No, it's not. I'm really tempted though the next time that I go to the store to just outright wear a gas mask.
Yeah, that would be.
You
fun.
know, that'd be funny.
No, I have it sitting on this table. Give me a second.
Have you seen the guys that have baseball gloves and gas masks at like protests where police were throwing tear gas and they were
Yeah, they catch it and throw it
they were
back.
catching it and throwing it back at the police. It was like one of those things that was like people were like, "Ooh, millennials aren't scared of anything."
Okay, here we
They're throwing back tear gas.
Hell yeah! Looking like
And this
smog.
is a completely authentic gas mask.
Now you
Seems Russian, but it isn't.
now you
No.
just need the sock.
This one's Russian.
Yep, that's Russian.
I like
that.
that.
Is, yeah.
1 second.
You need to have the sock face.
I feel like that one's SAS.
I am a
You know what's
whore
funny
for
about those
Russian
gas
military
masks?
equipment. It is so good.
My friend has that exact one.
You know what's funny about the gas mask? The only reason I know the difference is because of Slipknot. Because one of their guys used to wear different types of gas masks.
Yes, Sid Wilson.
This is Russian.
Yeah, and he
What's the other
would.
one?
Yeah, I think he would know the difference too. Like he.
I get he's typing it. Yep.
They're goth IHOP shirts. I just looked it up.
Oh, you know how we were talking about the top grossing, what was it, anime films earlier? I found another list kind of like that for everybody.
Okay, people like this piss me off. Shallow Bride doesn't want childhood friend with bad teeth to be maid of honor.
Fuck that person.
Dump her ass. Cancel the wedding. Find you a new home.
Why would you marry somebody like that?
Shooter!
Now I gotta see.
You gotta see what the bride looks like now.
Well, I know what the bride looks like. I want to see what the groom looks like. I want to see what kind of dumb fuckery marries a woman like this.
Fucking muffin.
You just look up a picture and it's you.
I just love the muffled screams in the background.
It's made of rubber!
Yes, it is made of rubber.
I have to scream!
I can hear.
Okay, so she's married somebody with the exact. Okay, so this is the post that
Okay, before you lose your voice, you should probably take it off. Sorry, Big E.
This is the post. I'm really not trying to catch heat for this, but I need opinions. My childhood best friend and I always talked about being in each other's weddings growing up. Our parents are friends, and we've been friends since we were babies.
Oh, fuck.
I moved out of state a couple years back, but we're still close and text a lot. I'm choosing my bridesmaids, and I really want to ask her to be my maid of honor. My dilemma. I haven't visually seen her in a while, but yesterday I saw a video.
dilemma.
Yeah. I haven't visually seen her in a while, but yesterday I saw a video of her, and sometime recently she developed a large cavity in her front teeth. Am I shallow for worrying about how pictures will look on the big day? I adore her, but I also don't want to look back on my pictures and have that in there, or have family judge. I don't know what to do, and don't want to hurt anyone's feelings. My fiance is concerned as well. Do I ask her and just hope it isn't noticed? Do I not ask her and risk the friendship? SOS. What the fuck?
Look, okay, look. I was against this woman, but look. She's getting married, she wants the day to be perfect. She's a little worried about this one small detail that doesn't actually matter, but she's worried, she wants it to be perfect. So I get where she's coming from, but at the same time, this is your friend. Come on, don't look at the hole in her teeth. Just be happy that she's there and sharing that moment with you. Being like a best man or a maid of honor is like a really high deal, at least in my views. So, yeah, I absolutely think that's one of those things where it's just like, get over it, but, you know, you're not evil. It's okay.
I think it's pretty evil.
Yeah.
I don't think it's evil. She's just worried about her big day.
She's worried.
No, she's a bitch.
She is a bitch.
She's not a bitch. She just wants everything to be
Dude,
perfect.
Well,
Here's the thing.
newsflash, life ain't perfect, so she's gonna have to get over her dumb ass.
She just
He's
wants
probably
this
a blind.
one day to be perfect.
Here's
This
the thing.
one
Here's
day.
the thing.
And-
There's a
yeah.
super easy way about it without having to be like, oh, your teeth are ugly, man. You're not invited because pictures. No, just tell her, hey, when we get ready for pictures and if there's a video or anything, I've noticed that there's this thing that you've got going on. When you smile, don't show teeth. And if they're childhood best friends, she'll probably not take it as, wow, you just hate me and think I'm ugly. Otherwise, they're not really that good of friends to begin with.
I agree. I think that's a really easy fix to it, and I do think if they are good friends, that'll be okay. But she's just worried, you know? Like, you can understand being a little worried, like, just wanting everything to go right, and, like, maybe overreacting a little to things. I don't think she's a terrible person for having these thoughts.
I love the next article right after that. Naked sunbather chases wild boar through park after it steals his laptop bag.
Now you see this one. This one's a better story. This one, there's a true villain. The boar.
Yeah, it's the nude sunbather.
Look, Pumbaa just wanted a laptop, and this fucker is opposing that. He was naked, he wasn't using it, he's not doing anything with it on the beach.
Yeah,
Pumbaa's gotta look up eBay shit.
Pumbaa needed to Zoom call his family. It's been years.
Pumbaa needed to Zoom call his family all the way back in Africa. He just needed it. And you know what? He saw an opportunity and he bounced on it. But this makes him no better than Scar.
No better than Scar. Okay, Scar wanted to commit genocide.
And Pumbaa stole a laptop. No difference. They should both be gallowed.
You right. argue with that.
Exactly.
Whoa.
What'd you find, Nick? What's next? Come on, hit me.
I'm just reading. My husband was getting engaged to another
Concerned
woman.
look on Krog's face.
My husband was getting
That's
engaged
yeah.
to
that's-
another
I was
woman.
gonna say.
My
does-
husband
good
was getting
sketch.
engaged to another woman.
How do you?
Slap.
What?
How? How?
I don't think I'm understanding what you guys are understanding.
Husband.
Yeah.
Her husband was getting engaged to another woman.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it possible to like
Husband.
self-executioner yourself? Like,
I do not
Husband-
know.
Probably.
Husband's
Like-
getting engaged to another woman.
You can guillotine yourself.
That's her.
I was about to say that.
Is there like a play on words here that I'm not
No.
getting, or is it just
It's so straightforward.
Yeah.
okay? So like that
Two.
happens though.
Not when
It
you're still
literally
fucking
doesn't.
married.
It literally doesn't. Her
Jesus
husband,
fucking Christ.
Woman casually wears KFC boxes, makeshift face covering.
That's the most redneck shit I've heard
She
today.
just puts KFC box on
Krog?
her face.
No. No.
I just
That-
need one. Let me do one good
No.
shot.
No. No.
Just one
You're like a
good-
dog, I swear. Drop it. Drop it.
What?
What do you have there?
Bring it
Drop it.
Okay.
Full
here-
circle. It's like SpongeBob. Squidward
Here's-
hands the dude a baseball bat. Hit me here as hard as you can.
Okay, here's something we
It all ties back to Squidward.
I need to
Oh,
understand
God.
this story. The title of this article: My damn cat is an evil genius. He got my wife pregnant.
Wait. Say that again. Say that again. I missed it.
The title is My damn cat is an evil genius. He got my wife pregnant.
Well,
That's
not Please how keep biology reading.
Works. It's
No,
not how
no.
biology works.
well, here's the thing. We need it explained via this article, please.
No, we need it explained via Shane Dawson.
No, sorry,
We
sorry.
need to
No,
know.
Dan, I need to give the right face to that one.
Fuck off.
Read it, Nick. Read it.
Okay. So basically, I'm just going to paraphrase the first part. They've been trying to have kids for a long time, right? They had a kid, but he was premature and ended up dying. Very
Oh, that's
sad.
unfortunate.
He said, my wife started birth control shortly after giving birth to be sure we had no surprises, but the pill tends to make her very sick and she wanted to lose weight, so she stopped taking it. We thought rubbers would be enough, but that's where our cat comes in. Okay. Our cat is an evil genius. I seriously
Oh, I get
think
it.
the greasy orange little shit is smarter than our 9-year-old. Okay, 1-year-old. Okay, so they did have another kid. He gets into everything. Okay, so apparently the cat just poked a hole in his condom.
Yep. That makes
You know
way
what's
more
excellent about this story, though?
What?
Just the way he phrased it. Like, my fucking cat's a genius!
He got-
Like, he is aware that this cat has actually sabotaged him.
How
Like,
you
it's
doing?
not a situation where, oh, the cat accidentally broke my condom. Ain't it funny? No, the cat did this on purpose, and I am aware of it.
What? That's just a that's such a clickbait title.
Anybody want to see a magic trick?
Don't stop it.
I'll make this pencil disappear.
I can make this disappear.
Oh, I just saw the replay of that on stream. Oh, that made me so nervous.
What does
don't
that
know
just
why.
like how close it gets?
Man who wears a shed on his head says, "Leave me alone when I go to the shops." He's just literally wearing a shed on his head.
Just let him live in his shed, man.
Look
He's
at this.
happy.
Hold on,
Like
look
a
at
full-on
stream.
shed.
Look at this motherfucker.
Look,
Yeah.
he's got a roof
It's like
over his head.
It's like
he's
a
good.
tiny little cabin.
I would do it.
I need to go through an open Twitch just so I can look at this.
It's better than being homeless.
Paige the Pig Duchy says, "Hi, I can make your dick disappear." Oh no!
Go on.
Teach me your ways of dick disappearing. What? It's on fire! There's fire coming out of the top of his shed.
He's cooking. He's cooking in the
I
shed.
love this guy.
This man is the best of us.
Cargo, this guy is you. He's wearing a black hoodie and black jeans and black shoes with a shed on his head.
And the shed.
With fire coming out of the shed.
All but the shed,
Can
that's
I be
me.
this guy's friend?
Look at him.
You
Look
can
at
be
this.
this guy, Cargyle. Maybe this guy's a time traveler and
Look
just
look
is
on
you.
stream.
Dude, it's
Look
just
at this
me
god.
from the future,
Look
dude.
at this absolute.
Once you've acquired the
God.
shed.
This man has to be immortal. Look at him.
So
Maybe it's gonna go
Shedhead.
through the ad.
So Shedhead over here is in battle against Frankie Mermaid and the G-String Queen,
Exactly.
and his
I
only
love
shield
Shedhead.
is the shed.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Shedhead the Mighty.
what conversation in chat did I miss of I can but I won't because I'm in a relationship?
But I have
The
taste
penis
that makes my
disappearing.
dick disappear.
Wait.
What, Dan?
I don't know. That just caught me off guard.
I'm gonna leave a
I
comment.
told you, Dan.
Hey,
I told
Nick.
you it wasn't gonna get better.
It caught me off guard. I wasn't paying attention.
Alright.
So, this is a slight topic change, but you remember in senior year of high school when we did that musical? You remember that? You remember those shirts that we got for that musical that we did?
Schoolhouse Rock?
Yeah, can you remember those?
Yeah.
Tell me
Holy
why
crap, these shirts are
ain't nothing but a copyright. Tell me why.
I'm wearing mine right now, and literally the front of the shirt is just one big print. And there's like no flex to it at all.
You know who
It's
made
just a
that
big
shirt?
rectangle on my chest.
That's a Mr. Reynolds shirt. What is this podcast?
I'm just trying to listen to you guys talk about this damn shirt over the Backstreet Boys cover.
Just me kind of.
Like,
That's a sentence I get to say.
like I get it. I get why it's the way it is, but like it would have been so much better if all of the black ink that's on here, if it just wasn't there. If they just made the black ink just the shirt, since the shirt is already black.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take a selfie of this and send it in streamer
Hey,
text.
Nick, add Krog back.
I got it.
Why did you leave?
Wrong button.
Yeah,
I'm
hit
gonna
the
take
wrong.
a quote-unquote selfie and send it in streamer chat.
He hit the wrong button, air quotes, trying to escape.
Why would I want to escape this? I'm enjoying this.
There's me in the background just singing a Backstreet Boys cover.
Tell
Okay.
me
We need,
what
what we need is one solid thing to talk about. One solid thing.
There's
he
a-
had anime
shirt is
going for a
solid.
while.
There's an.
I can't talk about that!
So shut up, and let me tell you what you can talk about.
Go ahead.
There's a new Kingdom Hearts game coming out.
Oh, I've heard about this. The fucking rhythm game coming
Yep.
out.
Is it a rhythm game?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a rhythm game.
What?
And apparently it's supposed to have lore in it. Because Kingdom Hearts doesn't fucking know what it's doing with its lore.
There's a Yakuza game coming out. Yakuza
Ooh,
5.
another-
Yep, Yakuza 5.
Indeed.
I
Sebastian
still have yet
will
to
flip
finish
out.
Yakuza 0.
I'm trying to just look at Hunt Showdown is coming to PlayStation 4. I have that game. I'm just Yakuza 0?
I have yet to finish that.
That's
I
what-
found
Yakuza
Neil.
0 is like a
Guys,
free
I was roaming the internet and I found Neil.
You found Neil?
I found Neil.
Oh no, not again. I just changed my name. What are you doing to me, Krog? Krog, don't expose me.
Everybody look in streamer text real quick.
I'd
I
rather
found
not.
I found a picture of Neil.
Yep,
For
that's
reference,
me.
That's
I
the
hate it
picture.
so much.
I'm Hey, Squidward! Hey, whoa! It's me, Squidward.
Welcome to the Krusty Krab.
Okay, look at that guy in the image, and just imagine him showing up to a kid's birthday and going, "Hey, kids! Hey, it's me, Squidward. You want some Krabby Patty?"
There's a new Crash Bandicoot game coming out next month.
Yeah.
Crash Bandicoot. It's about time. It's about time there was a new Crash Bandicoot game.
Hey.
Godfall. Ooh.
Okay, who here has ever played any of the Borderlands games?
Nah,
I think
haven't.
I have played them, not extensively. Like I've never finished any of the stories, but I've had forays because Skylar's a fan. Skylar has earlier mentioned in my my story of strange, weedy hentai stuff.
Wait, so do we know anybody who has finished any of the games?
My cousin, who isn't here.
Oh, well that doesn't
Oh,
help.
I didn't know there was a Resident Evil game coming out.
Oh,
Dude, Resident Evil 8! Get excited! It looks fucking
It
dope.
looks good. I mean, just the pictures I've seen. I fucking love Resident Evil. Why are there two Ratchet and Clank games coming out?
You know what, Nick?
Nor do I care, because I have never played
Nick.
the franchise.
What?
I've had a revelation.
What?
You see, I think we've petered out in terms of wildness of this podcast.
Yes.
And there's only really one way to get the wildness back.
No,
We
Neil,
don't
I have
need-
10 minutes and I do not want to get sucked in.
You have to give me the lead. You have to put me in charge of the podcast for a minute.
No, I have a question.
I don't trust you.
I have.
Now, here's the thing, and I'm not even going to argue that it's a good idea, but I'm simply going to say, if you refuse this opportunity, it will not appear again.
Okay, that's fine.
Okay,
Hold
yeah,
on, hold
I'm
on.
cool with that.
Paige.
All right.
You finished everything
That
but
is
the
fine.
Borderlands?
But in your
Finally.
nights,
I can talk to you. That's not my dad.
in your deepest
You're
dreams,
not my dad!
you'll remember this.
I'm very confused by this,
You'll
guys.
remember this.
Overwatch 2?
More people.
Yeah.
There's a
Yeah,
no,
Overwatch
stop.
2. You didn't know about that?
Why?
Overwatch
It's
2. the game.
okay. So Nick, before you get mad like everybody else did,
I'm not mad,
Overwatch
I'm
2
just-
is going to be an update for people who have Overwatch 1. So for people who already have Overwatch 1, it's free.
I just don't know what it is. Why?
But it's also a complete.
It's Overwatch with a story and a new, what appears to be a new graphical update.
It's Overwatch but PvE. If we're gonna be completely honest here, it's Overwatch.
Well,
but
there's a
PvE.
story too.
Yeah, there's a story, but it's basically PvE.
A story, new modes, more
Yeah,
characters.
it's basically built around PvE with all of the exact same heroes, except their abilities have been reworked and everything to fit a more PvE game mode instead of PvP.
Has Skylar played the werewolf games? It seems
Which
like
ones?
something he would play.
Is there just a saga of games titled Werewolf?
I guess so.
I did not know that.
FIFA 20.
I feel like he'd be into it though, just because of that. Skylar really likes werewolves.
So I forgot for a while about the Miles Morales update for Spider-Man.
It's gonna be great, man.
I mean, I am excited about it, but wasn't there people who were upset for some reason? I don't remember why.
Well, I can't really remember if like there was backlash. I do remember hearing one or two friends saying they were upset that it's not like. Number one, it seems like since it's about Miles, it might not be continuing the story that they sort of hinted at the end of the first one. Number two, it's not like a big, long game, according to some people. Like, it's gonna be like... You remember when Uncharted, like, did that thing where they had, like, a whole nother standalone game with different characters?
Yes.
That's kind of what this is gonna be, where it's like, it's its own thing and its own story, but it's not gonna be as big. That being said, though, I think like, it's more Spider-Man. I'm not gonna complain.
I wouldn't complain either. The game was a really good game.
Oh yeah,
There's no
that
denying
game
that.
made me cry. That game made me cry.
Can someone just end me?
Why?
No.
Sure. Give me a gun.
Stop.
No. No.
What? Guys, I don't get this opportunity a lot.
Shut up, Neil.
Apparently there's more Tony Hawk games coming
I better.
yeah.
Why no?
On top of the one that just came out.
out. Is there one that just came out?
Yeah, Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Hell yeah.
And see, I never got into the Tony Hawk games as a kid.
That's 'cause
Did
you're
you
a
guys like
pussy.
them?
Neither
I'm
have
not
I,
a
but-
pussy.
I had one major Tony Hawk Pro Skater game. Give me a second.
Okay, I see Mass Effect 5, Metal Gear Solid 6, and Metroid Prime 4.
Wait, Mass Effect 5. Oh, I forgot about Andromeda.
Metal Gear Solid 6.
What
I
was,
hope they do it justice.
They will
it
not.
was. Oh,
I
The-
want to believe.
it was the game that came out on the PlayStation 2. Basic and like there was multiple different levels and you could go and unlock a bunch of stuff. Like the whole theme of it was like this one town or bust, and they pretty much just went on this big massive road trip. What was it? Underground? It was a Tony Hawk game. And I remember it specifically because there was this one character that you could get who just goes around on an electric scooter.
I remember that in one of those games, Shrek was a playable character.
Definitely not the one I'm talking about.
There's another Sackboy game coming out.
I've never even played the first one.
I've only seen the character.
There is a Tony Hawk's Underground that was released for the PlayStation 2.
Oh fucking hell yeah, Skate 4, I forgot about that.
I don't know
This-
if that's what you're referring to, but
This podcast is
Give me a second. It might be.
just this podcast went from absolute craziness to super duper mellow.
I think it was Underground 2.
I think it's just because everybody got mellowed out. Everyone's energy is just drained.
No, my energy's yeah, it's Underground 2. That's the one I'm talking about. No, my energy's still max. My issue is I've seen a few things while roaming the internet in the last couple of minutes that have kind of just left me
Changed.
There's a game
Different.
coming out called
Okay, by the I was talking about Underground 2, and this is seriously a character in Underground 2.
Shrek.
No.
What the fuck?
You actually get a ride around as this kid.
hey,
Oh.
That makes
He looks
me...
broken.
that's a
Okay.
person.
You know what it looks like? It looks like a Happy Wheels character.
It really does.
You're right.
Hey Mark,
Hmm?
Kerbal Space Program 2.
Yeah, I know. I've been kind of keeping tabs on that. I'm kind of excited for it.
Because I know you and Chris both played Kerbal Space Program.
Oh yeah, I played the shit out of that game. It's so good.
There's a
Kerbal
game,
Space Program?
Yeah, there's a second one coming out.
Game. Oh hell yeah!
There's
I need to
a,
tell my friends about
I really don't know exactly, like, other than like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck,
I know nothing about fuck.
fuck. Where are you?
there's a
I'm
game.
actually gonna head out, y'all.
All
It's
right.
almost time for me.
Bye, Dan.
Goodbye, Dan.
I love
Bye,
you. I love you.
Yeah.
There's a movie called a game called I Am Jesus Christ coming out.
I saw that was a thing and just didn't watch the trailer. I don't even know why I didn't.
Here's the thing I want to talk about.
Ah, fuck.
It makes me sad, but it feels like the genre of story games is dying a little bit.
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
'cause nobody has any sort of attention span anymore.
Explain. Explain.
What do you mean
Because I
explain?
think there's still some really good story games coming out.
I'm not saying that there aren't really good story games coming out. I think there are a lot of good story games coming out. I'm saying I feel like people are playing them less, and they're getting less attention than other games that like first person
All right,
shooters.
I think you're right. Like we sort of saw what happened with Telltale, where they sort of like fell off the face of the earth because people were just watching the games on YouTube.
Yeah, nobody is playing. No, there aren't very many people playing the story games. Other like they watch them. Like most of the people, even with fucking Ghost of Tsushima, a lot of people were just watching it instead of playing.
I have yet to watch anything about it solely because I just really want to play it.
It's a very good game. I just feel
Well,
it's sad because I feel like it's gonna start. It'll be hard. It'll be a slower death, but I feel like it'll end up dying like real-time strategy games, like fucking battle royales.
Another
I can't
problem-
wait for battle royales to die.
They're not going anywhere
I
anytime
like
soon.
BRs.
What, Cargo?
Some of them. I feel like a lot of the story game thing is, especially versus like for FPSs, a lot of FPSs that have come out recently are either free or they're not that high of a price,
Mm-hmm.
so they're more accessible.
Mhm.
And then a lot of story games are much more expensive.
Mega
than other games.
triple A titles from companies that are super established and can charge $60 for a game when it comes out.
Yeah, like a lot of FPSs are either like free or like 20 or 30 bucks for the standard edition.
I just feel like a lot of the kids that are growing up, like the Fortnite kids, the kids that play Fortnite, aren't going to get the same joy out of story games that we growing up did.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I remember like early into like I was about to call it a career, but it's not a career. Early into my experiences as like playing video games and stuff, like I just sort of stumbled upon like Paper Mario: The Thousand-Year Door because it's like, you know, a Mario game. I started playing it, and the story is incredible, and it really gets you into it. And you know, even as a little kid, I was able to realize, oh, this shit's important. Like I care about these characters and stuff, and I definitely relate to the fact that maybe like nowadays, that's not going to be as important anymore.
People are just worried about Travis Scott and Fortnite than, you know, actual characters.
Yeah.
People just want to make sure they can get all their skins and play as Thanos and dance and also unlock all the other things.
What it is
Fortnite.
The way that the gaming world is going is it's ever so carefully switching over away from the traditional story style into the Call of Duty style of quick, mindless, continuous reset, no attention span required multiplayer game.
Here's the thing. There are two kinds, like when you really break it down, there are two really big audiences that you're shooting for with games. And those two audiences are adults and kids. And you got to figure out which one is going to be able to get the more money. And immediately you would think, oh, adults, because adults have jobs and adults have credit cards. But kids have parents.
And time.
And those parents, they got those credit cards. They got those jobs.
And I feel like, especially nowadays, a lot of adults don't have a whole lot of time to sit down and play a long-form story game. And they're trying to, like, get their kids into gaming, and those kids don't have the attention span to sit through those long-form story games.
Even I, who have like a looser schedule than most, like I gave up on playing Persona 5 strictly because it was just too long. And the story is incredible, and I knew going in it was going to be incredible, but like, you know, that's a big ass game.
Mm-hmm. It's just kind of sad to see, because like super beautiful things have come out of story games. fucking, they even have like super good gameplay too. Some of them.
I agree. Like, Xenoblade is one of my favorite stories, not video game stories, favorite stories I've ever been told. And I feel like one of these days, if this big, like, tug of war we have going on between kids and adults ends with the kids, we're not gonna get some of those for a little bit. We're gonna go back to the stuff like, okay, well, we gotta appeal to children, so let's make all of these games with the story IQ of an episode of SpongeBob. And that being said, there's a SpongeBob game that's really good. The story isn't good about it, it's the gameplay, but there is a good SpongeBob game. What I'm saying here is there's a balance between children and adults. And some games are going to be lucky enough to find that. Sort of like what seems to be happening with the new Avengers that just came out. And unfortunately, other games are not going to get that balance. Sort of like what happened with Death Stranding.
Hot take, I loved that game.
Oh, of course. Like, the story is amazing. The gameplay was a little so-so for me. But
I don't know.
I
thought it
really
looked
like
like a
the
fun
story.
game to just vibe with.
That's because it's primarily a story game. It's not based on gameplay. It's more like here's a story.
You want to hear a really, really hot take?
What?
I loved Last of Us 2.
I wouldn't say. I feel like people
You.
judged it way too
Oh.
quickly.
I would say I don't know anything about either of them. So
As a massive fan of The Last of Us 1, The Last of Us 2 was just a big disappointment for me.
You see, I thought it was, like, I'm not going to give any spoilers here, but in my opinion, I thought it was probably one of the most vivid and interesting tales of, like, about cost and stuff like revenge and the
Well-
price you pay for it.
Well, like, with what they did with The Last of Us 2, they completely...
No spoilers.
I know. They completely got rid of a lot of what made The Last of Us 1 good, including things like moral ambiguity.
Joel.
In The Last of Us 1, there was no good guy or bad guy. It was all people looking out for themselves, and it was a matter of how you yourself decided to look at it. In The Last of Us 2, it is very, very openly portrayed as these people are the good guys, these people are the bad guys.
I kind of got to disagree with you there. I think there is still a lot of moral ambiguity because there's like a lot of situations where it's like one thing I will say, and this isn't really a spoiler, one of the things that's interesting to me about what they did with this game is that when you kill NPCs, other NPCs will yell out their names, and if they were friends with them, they might cry or scream or go, "No!"
Well,
It's really cool, and it
of Us-
really makes you feel like shit.
The Last of Us 2, to me, felt like the entirety of the game was trying to push how bad violence is and the idea that you shouldn't be violent, you shouldn't go around and do all of this, but it forced you to go through it. The Last of Us 1 gave you the option in many areas to never once actually harm somebody, to just go through, get what you needed to do done, and be done with it. The Last of Us 2, being more combat focused, completely got rid of that.
I mean, I think we're gonna have to agree to disagree on this one, but I definitely see your points as valid. There's definitely a lot to hate in the game, and I'm not gonna argue there isn't. But I really liked it. It really played with my expectations, and I thought that it definitely was one of those games that's gonna stick with me.
I think my issue is I was trying to hold it up to the standards of The Last of Us 1 that it just clearly did not meet. It would be better to view it as a standalone, more so than a sequel.
Now, you know how we were talking, mentioned story in games, right?
Mm-hmm.
I personally feel like a lot of people aren't looking in the right places because I say, what, 2 words? Indie games.
Yes.
and especially horror indie games. Holy shit!
Like,
Because there is a lot of great games that are done. I think that might be why, because a lot of people are like, horror, nope, it'll scare me, which is unfortunate, but
okay, this isn't a horror game, but have you ever played Firewatch?
yes.
Oh,
Fire-
fucking Firewatch.
Firewatch was amazing, and
Walking
literally,
simulator, right?
yeah. In Firewatch, you do nothing but walk around and do stuff. Like, it's nothing major. There's no actual like gameplay other than going from point A to point B, but the entire experience is about the story.
I mean,
And I absolutely loved it.
Well,
it's kind of a meme now, but I have to bring it up because for a while, this game did change things, and it definitely changed my perspective on things. You guys remember Undertale?
Yes, Undertale was great.
I love the story of Undertale and how it really played with the meta experience, and just Undertale really, really made you feel like a douchebag for just doing what you always do in video games. And that's
Yeah.
such a neat concept. And the story on its own, like if you do just want to do a pacifist run, the story on its own is beautiful and wonderful. And admittedly, I stopped there because I didn't want to kill my buds, but I still watched it on YouTube, so I'm a bad person. But,
Well,
you know,
to kind of go with like the exact opposite style of Undertale, where like Undertale puts the story out there in the open. A game that does the exact opposite of that, but still had an amazing story, was Hollow Knight.
I don't actually know much about Hollow Knight.
I've full completed Hollow Knight 3 times now. I absolutely adored it. But Hollow Knight's one of those games that you can go through and do one of the complete playthroughs of the game and not know anything about the story at all. It's one of those you actually have to look for the lore, and in order to get the true ending of the game, you've got to go through and explore everything.
I feel like
That's neat.
a good story game from recently, semi-recently, Detroit Become Human
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
was fucking
Yes.
good. And
Hi,
I feel like
I'm
it's
Connor.
not talked about a whole lot anymore for some reason.
I'm Connor, the android, to you by Cyberlife.
I agree with you, Nick. And isn't it weird because there was so much hype leading up to it. Everyone played it for like a week. Everyone completed it, and then it was over.
It faded.
And it
into
was
the
so
oblivion.
weird.
There were a few memes that lasted a while.
Oh yeah, and you still see
And it's
the
also,
like occasional
like,
thing from
a
Clancy
game
Brown.
that doesn't like the style of the game. You know,
It
where
has a filmic quality to it.
yeah,
27 stab wounds!
One of the
The
dudes
choices
in
felt like they matter.
Detroit Become Human also played in Cabin in the Woods.
They
He was
did.
one of the main characters.
Speaking of fucking memes that come out of the fucking The Last of Us 2 has become the new the Twilight Name a Better Love Story thing, where it's like they post a picture of Ellie and it's like name somebody who went through more or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And people are like, literally any character in any video game ever. Fucking SpongeBob went through more than me.
People are mad about one of the characters in Last of Us 2 being buff, and it's like, they're a human. Humans can be buff if they work out.
Yeah.
Shut up.
I don't get it either. Like everyone keeps talking about her like that.
I will
She looks
say,
fine.
one of my favorite things about people hating on The Last of Us 2 is the fact that they continued the storyline of Ellie being gay. Like, there wasn't an entire standalone DLC to the original game, literally entirely dedicated to that alone.
I literally messaged my cousin as soon as that backlash was like coming out, and I remember saying to him, "Did people not pick up on this?"
Like, the entire the entire Left Behind DLC was about Ellie and her first love interest. There's an outright scene where the two of them make out.
Yeah.
They literally agree to like hold each other and turn together, and that's how Ellie finds out she's immune. And it's a beautiful scene. And yet people, it just annoys me. It feels like people like intentionally ignored it, and they're like, whoa, wait a minute, this breaks my head canon.
I think
Wait, you mean she's not gonna fall in love with Joel? What?
I think one of the most ridiculous backlashes to any game ever were the people upset about the woman in Battlefield 5.
The woman?
Yeah.
I didn't hear about this.
Basically, there was this massive backlash in Battlefield 5 about it not being historically accurate that one of the main heroes of it was a woman, let alone a disabled
Wait, okay, first question. Like, I've heard roughly that about Battlefield 5, but I don't know much about it. Do you play as a, like, Russian? Are you in the Russian military?
I think you're in the British military.
Battlefield 5 was entirely the War of the Western Front.
Okay. Like I said, I don't know much of the game. I've heard that I heard that argument before. It's quote unquote historically inaccurate.
Are you talking about the Russian battalion that was literally entirely women?
Yeah, like the Russians, they fielded some of the best snipers in the Russian military were females.
There's an interesting thing behind that. Now, this
I
tells
always
you.
found that funny when I heard that comment about Battlefield 5. I don't know much about the game at all, but I always heard that comment. I was like, it's not entirely impossible. So
that tells you a society, because there is, in the very first, I know no one likes to hear me talk about it, but newsflash, I don't give a shit. I like the series, so fuck you. The very first Call of Duty, there is a female Russian sniper. Now, was there any backlash to that? No. We had to wait years for someone to decide, oh, we're mad about that now.
The thing that is wild to me about that is people were like, it's not historically accurate because she was part of the British Army.
It's like, yes.
Her name is Lyudmila Pavlichenko. If that's not a fucking Russian or Polish name, I don't know
it's at
what the
least
fuck
Polish, if not Russian.
Yeah,
and it literally says she is hailed as the most successful female sniper in history. What did Mark just talk about the Russian women being?
Some of the best snipers in the Russian military.
It sounds like they were exactly historically accurate, and people were still like, "Oh, it's the woman in the military during World War II."
What they might have done though, like in Battlefield 5, like I don't know, whoever said it was about the Western Front, they may have just like taken like molded history, like taken that Russia had the best female military snipers and just made up a story and applied it to like the Western Front.
Well, what happens in the game is this character decides to leave her home and goes to the Western Front where she feels like she's more so needed.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's interesting.
I think the weirdest part about her character that I know some people were upset about, besides the fact that she was a woman, is that she was disabled, but she had, I guess, like a robotic arm or some shit.
Yeah, she had a prosthetic arm.
Okay, if it was just prosthetic, that's historically accurate, but to be like a cyborg woman during World War II?
No, it was literally just a prosthetic, and she uses it as a, like, some of the scenes, because she can't use it, or like, as an actual thing, because it's literally just a old prosthetic. It can't really move. She literally, like, will sit her elbow on something and angle it and use it as, like, a impromptu bipod to sit the body of her rifle on while she's aiming, because it lets her hold it completely still.
I just thought.
So I.
Go ahead, Nick.
Oh, go ahead, Nick.
No.
No, I was gonna change the subject.
No. Go ahead. I'm done with the subject.
Well, I was just gonna. It's still a game announcement, But I wanted to bring this up because the other day, off screen, yes, ladies and gentlemen, some of us talk off screen. Me and Cargyle were having a little chat, and we were talking about the game I'm currently streaming on the channel, Night in the Woods, which if you don't know what it is, Night in the Woods is one of those indie games we just brought up with a fucking amazing story. It's about a little cat
And a
named
very good
May.
art style, mind you. Very, very good.
Oh, the art style is great.
Like a story.
I'm glad you brought that up. But it's about a little cat named May, and she dropped out of college and she came back to her town to discover everything's a little bit different, and she has to readjust to life with living with her parents again. And the whole game is about just interactions with characters in this town and people, and then it's revealed there might be a dark aspect to the town, and it's just such I can't give it enough praise. It's such a good damn game. And the other day a tweet came out of a headstone, and it is now confirmed that the developers who made that game are working on another one. Now, it is confirmed not a sequel, but it is, to my knowledge, the same type of game, and I'm pretty sure it's in the same world. At least if the art style is anything to
Yeah,
go by.
the most praised thing about that game that I've heard is the art style. So I think as long as they keep the art style, most fans of that game will be satisfied.
Well, here's the thing. I love the art style, and it's amazing. But I like the story a lot more. Back home. Back to my broken fire alarm. Missed it.
That brings up a question. What are some games that you guys know of that are super popular almost because of their art style? I won't say it's because of its art style, but I will say
Borderlands? Would that be in there?
I was about to say
That's a
Borderlands.
pretty good pick.
Cell shaded games like that
Yeah.
are super
I was
popular
gonna
because
say
of the art style.
Cuphead.
Partially because of the art style.
Cuphead, definitely. But I was going to
Cuphead.
also say, going on the cell-shaded aspect, even though it's not just because of the art style, fucking Breath of the Wild. Beautiful art style.
I agree it's absolutely beautiful. I disagree with like that being the thing that made it great.
Well, I
like
did-
I
well,
think
I
No, what
just-
made it great is it's just an amazing RPG.
Well, I
he
just
literally
said,
just
yeah,
said
it's
it
not
made
because-
it better.
I said it's not
Literally.
because of the art style. The
I'm
art style
sorry,
is
but-
just-
Look, you gotta just assume that like when
You're
you
not
say
paying
things to
attention, got
me,
it.
if no, not that I'm not paying attention, that I don't understand you because I'm dumb. You see.
Well, the original question was games that were made popular because of their art style.
Yeah, I said when I said Breath of the Wild, though, not because
So you
of
can
the-
see where a dumb Neil Burris could get confused and all that.
No.
To the Moon.
Oh, fuck. Yeah,
Jet Set
dude,
Radio
to the
and Jet Set
moon.
Radio.
Not really.
features,
I mean,
they're
it's
also
very. It's
shaded.
still. It's just pixel
The story is
art
still a big
style.
one.
The story is a very big aspect, but for like a while there, pixel
Here's
style
the
games
thing,
were
though.
super popular like that. Like fucking.
I
Corpse
want to
Party.
bring this up. Oh, Corpse Party's great. Dude, you are making me nostalgic right now. But I do want to bring this up because, like, I think it's not exactly what you said, but it's interesting. Literally, as you said To the Moon, I thought of that one song from To the Moon. And you all know the song because it's played throughout.
For John.
And it just,
For
it's
River.
literally the menu song.
For River.
And-
I can play that song on the piano.
It's a beautiful song, and every time I like just hearing you say the game's title, the song came in my head, and I remember it so well. And oh my god, that game was so good. I might start tearing up.
Well, they made a second. You know, they made a second one.
They did,
Yeah.
and
not-
it was wonderful. I loved it. They're hinting at a third one too. The third one was supposed to come out this year, and then things happened in the world.
We did talk about horror games, and Corpse Party is one of those
Mhm.
horror games that was like I was at first confused why it was popular before I saw anything about it, because I was like, oh, it's a fucking pixel game. In, what was it, like, that came out in like 2011, right? That was a while ago.
I'm just saying that little pixel game scared me more than Slender ever could.
That I Jesus Christ.
Keep going.
Pat, are you a fan of Corpse Party? Okay.
Pat's dead.
Bye, Pat. Sorry you died.
I like Corpse Party.
Fuck,
Krog, do you like Corpse Party? Is Krog here? Is Krog alive?
I've genuinely never heard of it.
Oh my god.
What?
Check that
Krog,
shit
you'd
out.
be super into this.
Check that shit out. It's good as hell.
I'm sorry, right now I found an emulator to play Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past, so I'm kind of
Hell
I mean,
Yeah,
we need to focus on that as well, but...
there's a
Oh, yes,
website-
I do know what Corpse Party is.
There's a
And no, I'm
website
not a fan
called-
of it.
Oh, you're
There's a
not
website
a
called
fan?
SNESFun.com, and it has a bunch of old Super Nintendo games.
What don't you like about Corpse Party?
I don't know. I just feel like the character, like the whole, like I like the look, the idea of that, but for some reason I don't know. I think it's just because to me it feels like these people are there just to die, and I'm like, I don't like that.
I mean,
Because
I get that criticism.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of Slender, I do like Slender the Arrival. That's a good game.
Oh,
That is not the 8 pages. Because that one, it's short, but actually the story behind the story they did actually is a lot better than what some people do with Slender now.
I heard that Blair Witch game that came out was pretty good. I didn't actually play it, though. Did you guys
It's
play
very
it?
weird.
Blair Witch? I didn't even know there was a game.
Yeah, there was.
Yeah,
Blair Witch
it
came
was.
out.
For me, it was almost one of those games where I said no because this isn't giving anything away, but I thought there was a scene where they kill your dog, and I'm like, no, legit. There's a Wolfenstein game. I will not play it because you have to shoot your dog. I'm not doing that because game developers, think of new ways to be shocking. You don't have to shoot an innocent animal.
Yo, Pat, don't play Last of Us 2.
So
That's all I'm gonna say.
I'm assuming you're not a fan of Old Yeller.
I feel like that's a hard thing for me personally, because like if it adds into character development and story and everything, it could make for some interesting like tragic events, but also no thanks, just don't do that.
Like in
I
John
get-
Wick.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I get.
Don't do that. That's bad.
I get where Karks is coming from here, like in I Am Legend, where the dog saves the dude's life, but the dog gets infected, and the guy has to put down the dog, but that dog meant so much to him, and oh my god, I fucking hate this fire alarm. I'm gonna destroy it one of these days and then kill myself. But also with this animal abuse thing, no one likes to see animals get hurt.
Dude.
That's why in fucking
that's
Minecraft story mode, everyone got upset because the pig died unnecessarily.
You want to hear a story time?
Mm-hmm.
So
Tell me a story, Uncle Nick.
the first time I ever smoked weed, right?
Yeah.
It was in this
This kind of
cabin at a campground. No, it ties into animal abuse. And
Dude, you're gonna get killed by Jason Voorhees.
there was a cabin next to us with I think it was a pit bull, right? It was not a fully grown pit bull. It was like halfway between baby and adult. It was like a teenage pit bull, right? And it had one of those chain collars that the people who get pit bulls like to put on them because pit bulls are rough and tumble tough dogs, right? I've had a pit bull. They're not. They're the most.
No, I've
They're the
grown
most
up with pit bulls.
adorable creatures on the planet. I swear to God. But this guy, his pit bull was barking at an animal because we're in the fucking woods. So of course there's gonna be animals, and he comes out, picks this dog up by his leash, which is connected to this chain collar around his neck, and just screams at him while holding him. And this dog is obviously fucking being strangled. And the friend I was with's dad was driving down the road because we were in a cabin by ourselves, and he was driving down the road and saw this guy, and we had to stop him because he was about to literally beat the shit out of him.
I mean, I would too.
Did you have to stop him?
Well, he would have gotten arrested, Cargo. That's the thing. As much as you want to, it's still assault.
And
You should not.
And yeah, I would say that's one of those cases where it's just like, I don't care. I'd go. I'd
Your
be willing
point
to beat.
is-
I feel like
I'd be willing to beat the shit out of a animal abuser within an
I
inch of
feel
their
like
life.
that's where I think it's Germany's self-defense laws, because self-defense isn't just about protecting yourself; it's about protecting anyone or anything else.
You see,
Like
I
protecting
firmly
people's animals from people, protecting people from people, protecting people from animals. It's all encapsulated in quote-unquote self-defense.
You see, if I were this guy beating the shit out of this other dude, and then I decided to stop, I would still probably get arrested because me as a person, I'm taking the dog with me. Like, I'm taking the dog, I'm taking it somewhere else. I might not keep the dog myself because I already have a dog and some cats, but I'm getting this dog away from this guy who's like choking
Well,
it.
this guy was like very stereotypical, like fucking saggy pants, wife beater on, like fucking what's that? The mustache that like goes all the way down your face, like classic cowboy mustache. I don't know what it's called.
Handlebar?
Not a handlebar. No.
No.
The
Pork chop had
like a
cut,
villain
right?
mustache?
Nah, what's it called?
I don't know. I'm looking up handlebar because that's the only one I know. Handlebar mustache.
Was it like a goatee?
It's kind of like a handlebar.
No.
Goatees are like handlebars that can
no, because what I have is a goatee, but I have a partial goatee. It just doesn't have that
Here.
the side connector pieces.
If you look on stream, I'm about to show you guys this kind of mustache.
All right, let's see this mustache.
I haven't played this game in
I
so
mean,
long.
I looked up handlebar and got very similar images.
But that kind of mustache, but it was like thinner, so it wasn't a full, but it was like a fucking the Hulk Hogan's mustache, that kind of mustache.
So what you're saying that's basically a handlebar, Nick.
But he was short.
So what
And
you're saying
the guy,
is this
the
was a
guy-
bad
people
person.
can't
the
have
guy's
handlebars.
dad is a huge, tall ass fucking trucker that I swear probably could have put the chain collar on him and held him up like he was holding the dog. Huge guy. So it probably would have ended in a death if he tried to beat the shit out of him.
Tried to be. That's a
So,
funny joke there.
You guys would really recommend me playing Corpse Party?
I do, yeah. It's a very
Oh
good
yeah.
game.
I will say this. I think it takes a second to keep going, Corpse Party. But once it gets going, it goes.
I played it and I watched PewDiePie play it.
I think that's one of the better ways to do it. Like, I think the two best ways to do it is either A, play it yourself and watch a, like, very funny horror YouTuber play it, or B, play it yourself on video. I think that's probably one of the best ways, because the story is really an experience, and the scares are, like, it isn't jump scares. It's actual, oh my god, I care about these characters, and I don't fucking want to see them die scares.
There's another game. I think it came out from the same company. It's about like a little girl.
Mhm.
And fuck, what is it? Oh, by the way, The Crooked Man. Ooh, Have you ever played the Crooked Man?
I haven't.
Oh my God, the Crooked
For
Man.
whatever
Yeah.
the reason,
Everybody, my
it
name is-
sounds familiar, but
I feel like there's a movie about it.
There is. It's well, Cargal. The Babadook is very much like the Crooked Man in part of that.
Oh
movie.
no, there's actually a Crooked Man movie. Huh.
Yeah. I have to find it. The Crooked Man.
Came out in 2016.
It is.
Is it the thing with the, like, it's the like creature in a suit with like this hat on that's got eyes to the hat, this gigantic smile?
Yes.
did that start as like a creepypasta? Because that automatically sounded
Crooked
like a
Man is
creepypasta.
because actually I can find
I
an
think it
image
was-
of
I've
it.
I've just found the Steam page. It's like the same style of Corpse Party from the way it
Yeah,
looks.
yeah. It's very similar. The Crooked Man has like a song to it, and it's like there was a crooked man who walked a
Then
crooked
he
mile.
took his mile.
He found a
the-
crooked sixpence and a crooked style. He bought a crooked cat, which caught a crooked mouse, and they all lived together in a crooked little house. It's a very dark game, but I love it a lot.
Crooked Man song. I want to hear. Because that song is actually on the Crooked Man page. It's only, by the way, if you want to play Crooked Man, it is only $2.99 on Steam.
It's a very
Is it available on PS4? Because if so, around Halloween time, I'll stream it.
There was a Crooked Man was published in
Ooh.
1842.
That's a thing we need to fucking talk about. Is I really want to have, once it hits October, just a string of Halloween themed streams. Where
I got you, man.
like
I'll
we
play horror games.
we talk
Look,
about
this is-
horror games, we play horror games, we talk about fucking creepypastas, we read
Look,
creepypastas.
October.
I would say me and
October
Krog
stories.
got you. We got
October,
you.
October is literally my birth month.
Discord on stream.
Like,
We could do like a horror themed RPG
Like,
game,
my-
like a
like-
tabletop RPG.
my birthday is in October, so I'd be more than happy to like
Ooh,
be.
My birthday's in
That's the
October too.
Crooked Man.
who
See, that's the Crooked Man I know in the streamer text.
who would play? Who's down to play Call of Cthulhu with me
Me.
on stream?
Oh, I'll play with you.
Because that is a fun ass horror
I would want
themed.
If possible.
Wait, let's be clear. The tabletop RPG Call of Cthulhu?
I have the
Or
game Call
the
of
game?
Cthulhu. I plan to play the game Call of Cthulhu because I've had it for a while. But I want to play the tabletop version Call of Cthulhu is what I was talking about.
When I think of
Yeah.
Halloween, tabletop RPGs, there are three that come to mind. One of them is Call of Cthulhu. One of them is Dread. For those of you who don't know, in Dread there are no dice, but a Jenga tower. And you have to pull from the Jenga tower, and if the Jenga tower falls, you die.
Okay, so my birthday is going to fall on a Thursday.
Ooh! Halloween birthday stream for Krog.
Yeah,
My birthday is on the 15th, and it's going to be a Thursday.
We have to make the stream special, so I want us all to like communicate about it and like talk about what we're
costumes.
gonna do. We could
gonna
do
wear
we could do
costumes?
costumes on a Halloween stream. That would be fun.
Ooh.
I
Okay.
want to get Halloweeny.
Let me talk to my sister about getting my old makeup, and I will do an SFX makeup for that stream specifically.
See, Cargo, that's a good time to turn your fucking camera back on. Like actually wear a full-on Halloween costume with a mask.
Or
No.
just get naked, whatever you prefer.
Like,
Cards.
One Halloween, me and my sister, both being very, very ginger, we decided on what we wanted to do, and I went and I got a bunch of SFX makeup, and we literally went as the redheaded stepchildren from that phrase, "I'm gonna beat you like a redheaded stepchild." And
Well done.
it apparently it was so accurate that when we got to school, because it was on Halloween and we were allowed to dress up, they actually pulled us into the office and asked if it was makeup or not, and were afraid that we had legitimately gotten beaten the night before.
Ooh.
Well done.
Oh.
Just real fast before I forget, because I am prone to do so. The other tabletop RPG I think about when Halloween is a thing, and this is probably the one that's my personal favorite, is called Tin Candles. You're supposed to play it with actual candles, and each candle like represents the end of a chapter. And when the chapter ends, bad shit happens. Like something in the plot drops and shit happens. It's really fun and actually pretty damn easy to run.
How many of you guys have Tabletop Simulator?
I do.
I will buy it if I have to.
Well, that's probably the best way to play Call of Cthulhu on stream is Tabletop
Yeah,
Simulator.
you're right.
And
My
it's,
Steam just sucks.
it's not expensive.
Well, I have like a better computer now, so I'm really just like bitching about past experiences. But I remember like trying to play anything on my laptop using Steam was just hell because that's not what the laptop is for.
It's only $20 on Steam, so.
Oh, I'll absolutely get it. Like, to be fair, like, I'm all about RPGs and shit. We knew I was gonna get it eventually, you know?
We should also do other RPGs on stream, not just during Halloween. That would be really fun.
Oh yeah.
Got it. We are playing the Honey Heist RPG where we're all bears and we gotta steal the honey.
That's not happening.
Okay, you want to do the one where everyone is raccoons and we gotta do Fast and Furious style racing. Got it.
That's also not gonna happen. Hey Patrick.
Okay, so you want to do the one where everybody chews bubblegum and kicks ass, and the more ass you kick, the less bubblegum you have.
I feel like you're missing the point of this.
Okay, I just moved him to AFK hell. I'll put him back in.
I don't think he realizes yet. Oh.
Did I get kicked for a second? What happened?
I moved you to AFK hell for a second. Patrick.
Mean.
Okay, Patrick.
What happened?
I was just gonna ask you if you're down to play Call of Cthulhu Dirt for Halloween.
I have no way of doing so.
You don't have Tabletop Simulator. Oh, you don't have a PC that can run it, do you?
Indeed.
We could figure something out. I'm probably gonna go ahead
You
and
just show up at Pat's house.
I'm probably gonna go ahead and end the stream there. Thank you very much, everybody, for watching. We really do appreciate it.
Leave comments about what we should do for Halloween if you got ideas.
I don't know who to raid. I'm gonna raid Piano Ninja, even though he played one game.
Piano Ninja.
Okay. Does anybody have anything they want to plug?
I mean, I want to plug my ass, but I don't think that's TOS friendly.
No.
I'm gonna plug freaking. What is? Hold on. I gotta go to my pinned tweet. I'm gonna fucking plug at Den of Designers on Twitter. He made my Twitter handle. He made my fucking Discord logo. He is a dope ass dude. You should hit him up if you need some profile.
Must be a loser.
Mine and Crab Guy and Krogs he made.
He's dope as hell. He also made Gotta Catch 'Em All's, that cool human drawing.
Yeah, he made that
right
one too.
underneath Biggie. Yeah, he made that too.
That may or may not be him. You never know. All right. Thanks everybody for watching. We really appreciate it. We love you all. Bye.
It's actually my waifu.
Squidward.
Four, 3, 2, 1. I didn't go too in depth at the end of that because there were only two.